What's good? What's good? Hey, y'all gotta let me know if this is coming in clear or not. If it's not coming in clear, I'll have to go back out and pop back in to get this thing cleared up. But let me go over here real quick. Wait a minute. Let me go over to Facebook and start this up. Hold up for a second. Because I know sometimes this microphone doesn't come in clear. It sounds a little different. It sounds different in my headset right now. All right, let me go over here. What up, Darius? What up, Dave? What's up? What's up? What up, King James, my man? What's good, brother? What's good? All right. Yeah, just had to make sure it was good on that screen over there. Bam. So I think I'm good over there. Yeah, let me know if this thing is coming in clear. What up, young boy? What's good, my man? Something just sounds off on this microphone. It doesn't sound like it's got like the actual, like something's off with it. I don't know. Maybe it's just on my end and it's fine on everything else, but it's like, man, what up, Madman? Let me turn this down some. All right, get it down to about 76. And it sounds a little bit better. Sounds a little bit better. Y'all know me. I'm big when it comes to sounds. I want to get everything sounding right, making sure this stuff is coming in crystal clear. Oh yeah, Brian D, man, I appreciate you, brother. That's my man, Brian D. He actually hit me up today and he was like, hey man, I want to set up this consultation with you. So we got a big meetup, man. I appreciate you hitting me up like that, man. That's true respect, man. Like I said, I already got you booked. I got you logged in, ready to rock and roll next week, man. Hopefully we can get a lot of stuff covered. And I just, let's hope 2025 brings us a lot of goodness, man. That's it. 2025's got to bring us some goodness because these apps have been doing us dirty. It's time to go out there, get this done right. I appreciate you supporting me and I'm going to support you, brother. I got you taken care of, man. Trust, man. I appreciate that, brother. Much love on that, my man, Brian D from Ohio. Like I said, he hit me up today in email and he says, hey, man, we need to sit down. We got to have a consultation. I was like, well, let's do it, man. Let's do it. So we got it all booked out. Like I said, I want to do this, man. I really want to get people set up and just give them the experience that I've got from everything I've done in corporate America, working with corporations and financial statements and sitting with executives, man, like Richard Klubeck, Stephen Klubeck, you know what I'm saying? Sitting with all these guys, Paul O'Neill, his best friend was Pat Riley. And I want to take all that information that those guys gave me and drop it on people like Brian, you know what I'm saying? Bring him into what these millionaires have told me how to do things. I want to bring it in, man, and be like, listen, this is what we going to do, man. This is what we going to do. So hopefully, like I said, man, 2025 is going to net us exactly what we think it can, which is a lot of customers out there who don't even know we exist. A lot of ways to do business that we don't even know, how to get this structured right. Because they've been so used to Uber and Lyft. They've got to come to us now. Now they're going to start coming through us. So, man, this is going to be nice, man. It's going to be nice. I appreciate that. I appreciate it, brother. Well, let me go in here and shut this one down real quick. Yeah, I'll shut that one down. There we go. There we go. Well, as we say, I guess the rideshare garage shut down. Oh, I'm not 100% sure, man. I haven't been on that side of life in a while. So if anybody, heard of those guys over there, you let me know. I haven't really checked in on them in a while, man. I don't even be on rideshare guy, man. Shoot. Brian says, hey, man, you 20 minutes from me. I'm in New Albany on the east side of Columbus. There he is. Hey, and that right there, man, that's that Ohio 300. That's my man, David. He flew out one time. He flew out here to Phoenix. And, I picked him up from the airport and everything. Oh, cool, Terrell. I appreciate that, brother. Because I didn't know, man. I was like, is this microphone coming in clear or what? So appreciate that. Yeah, but David flew in, man, from Ohio one time. I picked him up from the airport, met up with me and Jamil, man, had him downtown, just kind of showed him around and everything. But, man, like I said, we try to take care of each other, man. This is what we do because we know there's millions of dollars out there to make. And if we support each other and we keep each other up on business and up on things, the different ways we can do it, we can all win, man. There's no reason why drivers should be at each other's throats. No reason why. Every driver should be pulling for drivers and not pulling for the app. So I'm glad, when we stick up for each other and stand up for each other. But, I got me a little trusty list here today because I got some topics I want to go over, man. And I think I want to start off with, let's talk about for hire permits. Because, I said, study the math of rideshare before and going Uber and Lyft. That's the actual title of this podcast. But I want to talk about for hire permits. And there's other states right now. Somebody commented in the comments that I think it's Dallas or another airport is telling drivers to get their for hire permits. We've been ahead of the curve. I've been telling people for the longest on this channel, make sure you have that for hire permit. Nobody's ever going to ask you for it. Nobody will ever ask. I have never been asked for my for hire permit. I run with the number on the side of my truck, but nobody's ever asked me for it. Can I see your permit? I got it in the glove box. Nobody's asked me for it. But just to have it in case somebody was to harass me or mess with me, it would shut them down real quick, make them look stupid. And here in Arizona, I think it was like $10, $10 to get one. If you don't want to invest $10 into just peace of mind from somebody just messing with you, I don't care what somebody says walking up to my car. Hey man, you can't be doing these. You don't got no permit for this, bro. You don't know me. You see that number on the side of the truck? Run that number real quick. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, be sorry about that. Even if I didn't have that number on the side of the truck, you can't just walk up on people. You don't know people like that. So always have that for hire permit, man. Like I said, just look into getting it. And it's livery licensing. That's all it is, livery. You don't need a chauffeur license or a limo license or a taxi license. Look for livery, for hire permit for livery services. Once you get that, your state license or county license to give people rides in your vehicle, and can't nobody bother you about it. Now, they might say something about insurance or whatever like that, and I got something on this little list about insurance too. I got something on here too, because I really want to help people get established. We're independent contractors. Let's get established. What up, Derek? And if anybody out there is stuck on just Uber and Lyft, and that's all they want to do is Uber and Lyft, they don't want to get off Uber and Lyft, you're going to run into a rude awakening when they start mass deactivating people just because they can, because they got enough on driverless and they got enough, they're going to want to eliminate some of their insurance risk. So they're going to start pulling drivers off their apps. I just feel it. It's going to be a mass deactivation one day so they can minimize the risk on their apps. We're already going to preempt that because we got for hire permits, and we're going to talk about how to get commercial insurance. They call it business insurance, commercial insurance at like broker rates pretty much. So what you want to do is you want to have, right now I got something in my email that's coming from another commercial insurance broker. I just got questions, that's all. So I just got questions. So I got this commercial insurance place is going to email me back. Now, I said I had a fleet of 2, which is just 2 vehicles. That's it. I got a fleet of 2. I just want to see something. So if they come back with this amazing rate for 2 vehicles, you can get workers comp through them in case you get hurt while you're on the job, because right now we don't have workers comp, but you can get workers comp for these people as well as commercial insurance, which comes in handy. Because if you were to get hurt delivering food or hurt doing rideshare, guess what? If you got commercial insurance and workers comp, it's all, man, I'm telling you. My man Steve, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, brother. He said, like this video or I'm hunting you all down. Man. But yeah, but like I said, if you get commercial insurance and you have that workers comp added to there, like I said, let me get it figured out in email with this company I'm dealing with right now. Once I talk to them and get it all squared away, I'm going to present it to you guys, because I'm doing what I can to make sure drivers have the tools needed. If somebody's to walk up to your car and harass you, I'm already on top of it. I want to be on top of it, and I want you to be on top of it. Be like, man, back up from my car, bro. You can't be doing this. This is illegal. Bust out with the for hire permit. Well, you ain't got insurance. Here's my insurance. We just keep hearing drivers. Well, you ain't hearing me. You ain't hearing me. I don't care about drivers. You ain't hearing me. That's what I want to have you at. Confident and secure that you can go out into your community, make money to protect your community by keeping the money in your community. That's what I'm trying to get to. This channel has always been about that. I will never stray from that. Always about community, protecting it, keeping that money here. With all I don't care what kind of car you got. I need you to be willing to go out there and fight for your community. That's what we do. So that was about the insurance part and that the for hire permit to get that. Now we also know that rideshare assaults are going up right now. And I want to talk about that a little bit. Just the assaults in rideshare are getting, because people are getting desperate, man, they're getting stressed out. And a lot of people know that they can lie on a driver. They can lie on a driver and turn around and get a settlement because the app don't want to deal with it. The driver has to have a camera in their car just to eliminate the lies, eradicate the lies by having a camera in your car, because they're going to call Lyft and they're going to call Uber. Oh yeah, this guy spit on me. This guy pushed me. He said this, he said racist. That camera is the only thing protecting you. But the sad part is that you as a driver can be assaulted or something can happen to you as a driver and the apps don't give you any claim. We don't get to say, you know what, one of these riders pushed you in the back of the head. They did this and that. They'll deactivate you probably just so they can investigate what's going on. But we don't get any money from that. We don't get a $5,000 claim, a $10,000 claim, $20,000 claim. We get nothing. All we get is the ability to stay on these ragged ass apps. That's all we get. But these riders out there, they're doing this to try to get claims out of Uber and Lyft because they heard, oh, it's easy to get a claim. This is all you got to do. Just say the driver did something. If they don't have a dash cam, then you're going to get a payout. That's how they're getting away with it right now. And sooner or later, this not going to be driverless. So they're going to do it with a whole chunk of risk by having driverless vehicles that riders can't lie on, basically. The only way you can get out of this is to have the dash cam up there, and you protect yourself. You protect the company, but you protect yourself more than anything else, because you know they'll deactivate you and won't even care. Yeah, put a sign on your vehicle that says cancel and hire me directly. I'm properly insured. Then you know Uber does not have the customer properly covered. Oh yeah. And you can say that and have a QR code, like just what Steve said. Do that. Put a sign on your car with a QR code and says, hey, cancel and hire me directly. I'm insured. You're not properly even covered with Uber insurance to begin with, because you didn't opt out of the arbitration. So you're probably not even covered properly anyways. And if somebody says, hey, what does this sign mean back here? I can cancel and hire you directly. Yeah, I got proper insurance and stuff like that. And you know, in Arizona, a lot of us, we use other apps that carry insurance. We use the Hum app, and that carries insurance for us right there. So if you tell somebody, hey, we can cancel this and I can still insure you, and I got a for hire permit, so I'm actually legal, I can do this. I'm just another option. If you don't want Uber, you don't want Lyft, I'm an option. I have a for hire permit. I've got commercial insurance. I'm an option you could use. Help me out, I'll help you out. And with other, like Vegas, they've got permits as well. Dallas is about to have their permits as well. Anybody with a permit, you can be an option for them, even without a permit. I did this for years without a permit. And people were like, hell yeah, man, I'd rather just pay you straight up, man. Hey, here's $200. Wait on us. We're going to go in the bar. We're going to do this. Take us back to the hotel. Here's a couple of $100. I'm like, cool, I'll wait. And I was driving a Jeep at the time. I'm cruising a Jeep, picking up people from Top Golf in this Jeep. They slide me to a bunch of real estate agents, slide me $200 just to wait on them. I'm like, all right, that'll work. So you can do it, but just be willing to take on the risk. That's all. I was willing to take on the risk because I trusted my driving. I am a very defensive driver. So it don't bother me. The for hire permit is $10, $10 in Arizona. I got a whole video about it. If you type in for hire permit on my homepage, it'll pull up the for hire permit video. It'll show you how to go get the for hire permit in Arizona. Other states, I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. Well, what about Michigan? I have no idea. Don't know. Yeah, it like I said, I've had that for hire permit on there for a long time, man. I didn't even have the truck yet. I was driving with that for hire permit. I still was rolling in the Beamer. So it's been on my channel for a long time. Man, I got a lot of bangers on this channel, man. A lot of business bangers. If you want to do business, I don't have a whole bunch of entertainment and crazy shit. No, I got business bangers on here. You want to do business? You want to go get this money that we see out in the community that these apps are taking from us? This channel got business, man. I've been dropping bangers for a long time on this channel. YouTube may not put them out. Maybe Uber and Lyft tells people not to put them out because it's too good. I'm taking money away from Google. I'm taking money away from Uber and Lyft. That's just how it is, man. So when they see a channel like mine, they go, man, this dude, he's the truth. He's taking money away from us by educating people on how to really do this, man. I'm an old school corporate guy. I just believe in people. I'm done with corporate. I don't do corporate no more. I used to. Now I'm about these streets now. I'm about helping people who wouldn't get help no other way. I'm tired of seeing people get exploited. So I step into the mix and I'm like, listen, let me tell you the financial statement, the back ends of it. They'll show you what they want to show you from the employee standpoint. I'm going to show you from the employer standpoint, the back end. And now you got all their permits and all this stuff in order. You got market yourself, do your own marketing, do your own scheduling, do everything on your own. They can't say nothing. You're making your own money. You making your own money. And this is why I do it this way. So I appreciate you guys rocking with me on this channel for so long, because this has not been an easy channel to stomach. It has not been an easy channel, but people have been rocking with this channel for a long time. And we've been slowly elevating. And we got more to go. Trust me. We gonna elevate even higher than where we've been right now. A lot of us started off UberX, basic Lyft, and we slowly been adding to the mix, adding different dimensions to it, adding different vehicles to it, adding a larger client base, a more advanced client base to where people who are paying us more. Y'all remember when I was doing clients, I was getting what? One lady, I was taking her to work every morning for $15 in the BMW. I was taking her to work sometime I'll use a Jeep if I just feel like driving the Jeep. $15 every morning. I don't do rides like that no more. Not that I wouldn't, but a ride like that now, I would pass to somebody in my group and say, hey, listen, you got a car, right? Just a basic car. You only getting paid $1 a mile, 70-some cent a mile. I'm going to give you a ride that's paying $2 to $3 a mile, but it's only a $15 ride, but it's $2 to $3 a mile. It's good for you. I would pass to somebody on my team and I would elevate, because as I elevate, I'm pulling in people with me. I'm not just elevating by myself and hogging all the rides. No, I'm passing rides off to people. And as I'm passing them off, it frees up my time to go get a different ride now. And if I use that ride, now I pass that off. Like a couple of weeks ago, I had to pass a ride off to King James, pass him a ride off so I could do another ride. This is how we elevate each other. Oh yeah. So any take on the Hop Skip Drive app I've been seeing on the ads? I haven't even seen it yet. I've heard a couple of drivers out here in Arizona drive on it, but I've never driven on it. I don't have it downloaded. There's not much I can really say about it. All I can say is I've heard of it. That's it. Never researched it. I don't even know what the screen looks like. It's like, but so you probably know more about it than I know. And y'all know me. I don't really, take too much guessing on things and end up being wrong. Somebody say, oh, I'm gonna check you on that one. Bro, I don't know nothing about that app. Never even opened it before. So, oh yeah, and commercial insurance. Oh yeah. What more kids say? I told Uber today, if you don't add my new car, I will park outside the curb at the bars and take their customers. I have my license, city approval, and a credit card machine. Get lost, Uber. And commercial insurance. Exactly. Hey, right here, you should do that anyways. Exactly. I don't threaten Uber. I rarely even message Uber and Lyft because it's a waste of my time. You're probably talking to AI or somebody else. Even when you talk to people, it's a complete waste of your time. The best thing for you to do is just to do business. Don't even tell Uber Lyft what you're doing. Just go do it. Don't even say, hey, if you don't do this, I'm gonna do. Don't even waste your time. They don't care. They said, man, we making trillions of dollars. You think we care about you and these little $35 rides you trying to get? We ain't worried about you. Now you add all of us together doing that. We start eating into their market share now. So we just got to go out and do it. Don't even threaten Uber. Don't even threaten Lyft. It is a complete waste of everybody's time. Go out and make the money. When they see their financials, I've said it a long time ago. When they see their financials going down, their gross bookings going down, everything going down, that's when we make a killing. Oh, let me turn that off. That's when we start making a killing. Yeah, AZ gets all the new rideshare apps. And the reason why Arizona gets all the new rideshare apps because our rideshare laws are very different. They're very, very lax out here. Very lax, man. Oh, yeah. Because you're in Virginia, okay. Yes, a few people out here get it, but we got very lax rideshare laws because, I don't know. I think it's just because of how the city is laid out. With so many different like zones and regions, it's kind of like Phoenix itself knows that we have all of these extra cities all around that are actual real cities, like real cities with their own downtowns and everything. So instead of making something hard to be a barrier of entry for a business, they promote business creation out here. So they make everything very cheap to get into. I love it, man. I love it. It's how a lot of people, construction companies out here, because it's easy to do. Insurance is easy to acquire, things like that. So definitely, man. Arizona is a great testing ground for just business in general. A lot of businesses moving here. So, oh yeah, stop messaging them even when they screw me over. More time I waste, I could be doing rides. Just make me angry. Oh yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't even worry about them, man. I don't even worry about them. But, oh yeah. And then I want to say, and just like the title of this says, we have to study the math of rideshare before getting involved with Uber and Lyft. And the math of rideshare is different from other math. In rideshare, they tell you that it's free to download the app. I say this all the time. It's a really easy business to get into. All you need is a set of car keys and just private insurance on your car. You go get a free inspection done, $15 inspection, download the app. You're basically in business like within a couple of days. You're in business now. What they don't tell you is the expense side of everything after you get in business. The wear and tear, the fuel, the maintenance. They don't tell you all of that. The possibility of your car getting kicked off of the app. And once it's off the app, you got to go get another car or just be demoted or something, or start just doing Uber Eats or something. So there's a lot that they don't tell you about these apps. Man, there's a fly in here. My dogs, man. I got a fly in here. The dogs had the damn doggy door open. I was like, man. So the math of rideshare is not traditional business math, because they hide a lot. They hide a lot within those numbers. The revenue numbers are one thing. In the revenue numbers, they'll tell you, oh yeah, what we're going to do is pay you X amount of dollars. Okay, you could pay me X amount of dollars. Cool. Pay me X amount of dollars. And they pay you like an employee. So you're looking at the employee level pay, but you're not looking at the business level expenses side of it. The math is completely backwards. Rideshare math is so backwards. So instead of, them telling you all about the revenue side, I tell you about the revenue side, how to make more money, how to maximize profits, how not to take shit rides, how to hold your standards high. I tell you all of that. They tell you to keep your standards low, take a lot of rides, worry about percentages like AR, and have a high AR and a low cancel, and you'll be viewed as a good driver and blah. It's completely backwards. Rideshare math is so backwards. And yeah, $1,000 to rent. Yeah. And they don't tell you the math for rideshare. It's kind of like government accounting. Government accounting is a budget. So you start this number and you whittle down. With regular accounting, you just start organizing numbers like it's profitable. You have to make a profit with regular business. With government accounting, it's all nonprofit. So you can't be making profits on things, trying to sell things to make profits. So you got to eat away at the money. You got to start at a budget and eat away at the money. Regular business is like you're expanding the money. Rideshare is sort of the same way. It's backwards accounting. So when I see people out there doing rideshare, and they're thinking of it in an employment sense. Oh, I make this much per hour. I'm banging. I make, $22 an hour, $33 an hour. That's probably what you would get paid at a regular job. It's what you would get paid at a W-2, to where you wouldn't have to use your own business equipment to do the job. You'd be using the business equipment of the company to do the job. You can get a $25, $30 an hour job delivering stuff in somebody else's delivery vehicle. So why would you want to get the same amount in your own equipment that's depreciating really fast, beating it up, wear and tear? Why would you want to do that to yourselves? You should be making whatever an employee makes, plus whatever it costs for you to contract to use your vehicle to do it all. There's an extra cost you need to add to that. Say, this is the employee part. If you're hiring people at $25 an hour and they're using business equipment, but yet I'm using my own equipment, how much you going to pay me to add my equipment to it? So pay me $25 plus add another $15, $20 an hour on top of that for my equipment. Because at some point, I'm going to have to replace this equipment. At some point, the depreciation is going to eat this equipment up. So if you're not doing that, there's a lot of people that don't understand the business side of rideshare, and they're getting involved in it. And I'm like, man, this dude on Uber Eats Facebook group, what? Damn, 3346 customer, 1313 driver, Uber kept 61%. Yeah, exactly. That right there, man, they don't understand the business side. The math doesn't math, man. It doesn't math. And I tell people like this, whenever you're dealing, like we got a lot of new apps coming out in Arizona, and this is important. This is a very important part of the live stream, and it's going to come pretty early. We're only in the 20-minute mark, and I'm going to tell you guys something very important about any app that wants to come out that's out there right now, especially Hum, especially Pax, especially Hop, Skip, Drive, Empower, Rides, all these apps, Fair Co-op, all of them. When you want to come to Arizona, you've got to realize we're looking at the numbers. We're not just falling for the flash and the flare and the title and the tiers. We're not falling for that. We're really looking at the math, because the math of rideshare, Uber and Lyft taught us the backwards math of rideshare. This right here is what people do when they don't understand the math of rideshare. You made $3,300 is what you earned, $3,300. And you walked away with $1,300 out of $3,300. You really did $3,300 worth of business, and you got the shitty end of the stick. How do you do $3,300 worth of business and you only walk away with $1,300 to take care of your end of life? It's insane. It's insane. So people have to realize we are independent contractors. We are not employees. We do have that on our 1099s. And then we have to expense off fees. Fees are what we're charged to make $1,300. They charged this guy $2,000 in fees, basically. They said, okay, you want to make $1,300? We're going to charge you $2,000 in fees to make $1,300. So you're going to bring $3,300 to yourself, but we're going to take $2,000 out of that, and we're going to give you $1,300 out of that. So it's costing you more in fees than what the business really is even worth. You're getting hosed. That is the math of rideshare right there. That is the math of rideshare. And nobody wants, I'm an accountant. Everybody knows I'm an old school accountant. So I'm always going through numbers. So I'm sitting here and I look at some of the percentages. Like for one thing, I tell everybody, when we do miles and everything like that, if you want to make $100,000 and you're driving at $1 a mile, then you're going to drive 100,000 miles. If you want to drive for, let's say, $3 a mile, you're going to have to drive 33,000 miles. I say this all the time. $4 a mile, 25,000 miles you got to drive to make $100,000. And this is gross. This is gross to make $100,000 gross. And that's $4 a mile for what you get paid, not what the customer is being billed on the apps. Is what you're setting your standard for, $4 a mile. I'm not accepting no ride that's not at least $4 a mile, maybe a little less because I can accept one for a little more. You can walk away doing 25,000 miles, which is 2,000 miles a month, which is about 500 miles a week, 100 miles a day for 5 days. And you just made $100,000 doing 100 miles a day, 5 days a week, because you said I'm setting my rate at $4. Now, with rideshare math, if you're going to give somebody a cut of that, like how Uber took 61%, if they say, how can I make $100,000 if somebody is going to give me this is what I'll tell you, right? This is how it works right here. I'll tell you. I'm going to say $100,000 divided by 0.61. So to make that much money, if Uber got 61%, that means this dude got 39%. Let's go 39. Okay. So if Uber took 61%, that means that dude got 39%. You can see I'm doing the math right here. So you do $100,000. You say, I want to make $100,000. How can I make $100,000 if I'm giving up 61% to somebody? How can I make $100,000? That means this guy has to make $256,000. He has to make $256,000 is what he has to make. $256,000 just to take $100,000 home. He has to make $256,000 of business if he's only getting 39% of the money. If you're getting 50% of the money, then the number changes. Let's say he wants 50% of the money. He has to make $200,000 just to get $100,000. He has to drive because he's only getting the 50% cut. Let's say on packs, they say they're going to give you 65%. So they're going to take 35%. So at 65%, if I'm taking 65% of the money on packs, this is rideshare math. I'm telling you guys, this is rideshare math. If Pack says we want 35% and you get 65%, it means I got to generate $153,000 worth of business on packs just to make $100,000 on packs. I've got to generate $153,000. This is rideshare math. This is why I tell people, when you say, how much do I want to make? Okay, well, how much am I giving you? If I'm giving you 35%, that means I'm keeping 65% and I want to make $100,000. You got to somehow drive to make $153,000 all year. 153 grand you got to drive for. Now, if you divide it by normal hours, which is 40 hours a week, that's 2,080. That means $73 an hour. $73 an hour is what people have to pay. 40 hours a week. 40 hours a week, somebody has to pay $73.96 just to ride in your car, $73.96. Now, out of that $73.96.65, you're making $48 an hour out of that because you're only getting 65% of it. So 65%, $48 times $2,080 a year comes out to $100,000. This is why I say when I'm an accountant, when I do rideshare math, I break numbers down to the compound. I go through all of the numbers, top to bottom. Because you hear people saying, man, I want to make $100,000 a year, man. And I'm like, bro, if you're driving for $1 a mile, you got to drive 100,000 miles. So if you're driving 100,000 miles, man, that's like what, almost 8,000 miles a month. That's 2,000 miles a week. You're driving about 2,000 miles a week at $1 a mile. Now, if somebody tells me I want to make I only want to drive 25,000 miles a year, then you better go at $4 a mile. You have to go at, because if you're only driving for $1 a mile, you're only going to make $25,000 that year at $1 a mile. I'm always running numbers because that's me as an accountant. I've always been an accountant, 15 years old, ended up with a degree, took the degree, worked in corporate America, did financial statements, did a lot of analysis, a lot of back and forth. And I tell people, if you don't know how to do math, you're not going to be able to tell the full story of everything, what it's going to do. There you go. Hey, right there. If you can't do basic math, you should probably quit. Thank you, Daniel. That's exactly what I was about to say. If you cannot do basic math, you should probably quit doing this. Because basic math will rationalize. Why do you think they pay accountants so much money? They pay us because they say, we need to make a decision, Jeff, left or right. We don't know. Tell you what you do. We're going to give you the numbers. You look at the trend analysis. You're going to do all of this and all of that. And then at the end, we're going to make a decision based on what you tell us from all the analysis you've done. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, and you're going to need a new car with all the miles. Exactly. Now, so you're going to need a new car with all them damn miles. My Jeep got 258,000 miles on it. I was driving it all day yesterday. I tried to drive it today. It started raining. My big truck around the corner that I use for Home Depot, that's 224,000 miles. My Beamer's got 116,000. My truck's about 101,000. I don't even know. Something like that. But I drive a lot of miles because I'm a mechanic and I replace all my own parts. So I can do 500,000 miles. Shops don't touch my cars. So I can put a lot of miles. I could take an engine out and put a new engine in for like $3-4 grand. Instead of me going out buying another, $40,000-$50,000 car, I just go buy another engine for like $4 or $5 grand and do it myself. I'm done. And I'm right back in my same car, same seat, same everything. But I tell folks, if you want to sit up there and know how rideshare math works, you need to know how to do division, multiplication. Because what they're tricking you to say is per hour. Per hour doesn't tell the whole story. When I see people doing Uber Eats and I see people say, oh yeah, man, $14, 3 miles. That's not telling the whole story. $14, 3 miles. You look further down and it says 48 minutes. So wait a minute, you made $14 in 48 minutes? That's basically, $15 an hour is what you're making, basically. Another 12 minutes might pay you another $1 or $2. That's all you're making. And you're like, yeah, $14, man, 3 miles. Woo, I'm making like almost $5 a mile. But it's taking you an hour to make that. So in 10 hours, you've made $140 in 10 hours, $140. When somebody else in 10 hours can make $100 an hour and they've made $1,000 where you made $140. It's difference, man. It's a big difference. Oh yeah. So I'm sitting there telling people, make sure you know how to do the math. If you can't do the math, it's going to catch up to you in the end when you sit down and start analyzing everything. Like when these people pay me to analyze everything, they sitting there like, oh shit, we didn't think about that. Damn, we didn't think about that. Damn, we didn't think about that. I'm like, yeah, this is what I mean. If you sit there and you analyze all of the ratios you can come up with, you're going to have a better chance of making a decision to do business than not. That's why I do consulting. Like I said, I even sat down when PAX first started. I sat down with these guys and I told these guys right off the bat, if you want every driver out there to make $100,000 and that's your thing, think about it. You want every driver to make $100,000. That's your whole stick right now. I want every driver to make 100,000. Hold up for a second. Let me do something real quick. You gonna hear the music playing? Give me 2 seconds. Hold up. Okay, I'm back. I said I just had to. That fly was killing me, man. I had to get rid of that fly. I didn't want y'all to see how stupid it was looking. I think I hit him. I think I hit the fly. I don't know yet, but that was irritating the hell out of me because he was like buzzing around the light and shit, and I'm like, dude. So yeah, Uber put the call into YouTube. I'm telling you, man, I had to hit that fly. That fly was getting on my last damn nerve, man. Like, man. Say, what up, Bighorn Kev? My man. Yeah, but no, like I was saying, when I sat down with Pax, when I first sat down with Pax, they said, you know what, the thing is, they want every driver, and they still say that because you can check out all my live streams, and I interviewed Daniel and stuff. They say that they want every driver to walk away making $100,000 a year. That's their whole thing right now. We want everybody to make $100,000 a year, which is fine. I mean, it's a great vision. But if drivers are only getting 65% of it, think about it. If they're only getting 65%, that means every single driver has to make $156,000 worth of rides or something like that. I think it's 156. What is it? Was it 156 or 158? Let's see something. It was 123 divided by point 153,846. So every single driver has to generate $153,846 of gross bookings to get $100,000. Now, the goal is to have 100 drivers. 100 drivers. Let's take that number times 100. Y'all ready for this? This is why I say I'm an accountant. I'm an accountant by heart. But we know what we make on Uber. We know what we make on Lyft. Pax is saying, as small as it, like I said, we're just starting with Pax. We are just starting. We're trying to get this thing going. But I wanted to be more realistic sounding. A lot of things, it's business. We have the boardroom. We go back and forth and stuff like it's boardroom talk. That's what we do in boards. You go back and forth. But if you want 100 drivers to all go home with $100,000 a year, that means Pax has to have gross bookings. This little app has to have gross bookings of $15,384,615 in a year. This little app has to generate $15,384,615 in a year. Divide that by 12 months. That's $1.28 million per month. This little app has to generate $1.28 million a month because they want 100 drivers to go home with $100,000 a year. Anybody who's on Hum right now, Hum's been around for how long? Long time. Ask them how much do they make a month in gross bookings. Because Pax is saying $1,282,000 a month is what they can make. $1,282,000 per month is what they can make if they had 100 drivers. I'm pretty sure Hum has a certain number of drivers. Don't know how many because I don't keep up with them like that. But $1.28 million in 1 month in the city of Arizona. $1.28 million 1 month. It's a lot of money. $15 million. Like I said, you multiply by 12, $15.384 million a year. And I'm telling them, we cannot at Pax sell to drivers that we're going to be paying you $100,000 a year. It's impossible. I don't make that driving Uber and Lyft. And Uber and Lyft has way more pings than any app out there. Any app. So if you can't make that on Uber and Lyft, Pax is not that big yet. It don't have market share like that. So what I say, because everybody's got their opinions, what I say is the truth about Pax. Pax pays better than Uber and Lyft. And it really does, because I've shown y'all when I did a trip, sedan level, but I use my truck. I went like 2-3 miles, made like $16. The guy tipped me like, $7, came out to $23, almost $8-9 a mile. It was something up there. Now it was almost $10 a mile. That's much better than Uber, but it was on the car tier. It was really good for Black. I mean, it was a 2-3 mile trip. So I was like, shit, this is good, man. This is good. I like this. This is good. Pax is good. It's good for car trips. It's good for car trips, really short car trips. But it's not going to make $1.28 million a year in really short car trips. You can't do that. So we've got to come up with a balance to say, how can we get people to not only ride with Pax, but drive on Pax without telling them, we want you to make $100,000 a year. Let's leave the $100,000 a year shit alone. Let's just leave that alone. Don't even touch it. It's fantastic. It is a great fantasy. I wish I can drive and make $153,000 worth of gross bookings. I wish. $153,000 a year in gross bookings just so I can make $100,000 a year on Pax. I wish that was possible, but it's not. But reality is possible. And the reality is that they pay a lot better for short trip, even with surge not even included. They don't even have surge. Uber and Lyft can have surge, and Pax still pays better than surge on short trips. Long trips suck, because I got a long trip one time. It was from the airport to Santan. I charged in my truck $130. Dude gave me $150. I said $130. He gave me $150 to go from the airport all the way to Santan. It was a family of 5, luggage and everything. $150, great deal. On Pax, I would have got $60. No, I'm serious. It paid $91, and I got 65% of 91. So I would have got 60. But if I would have accepted it, though, $60. That's it. I would have got $60. From $150 to $60 is a $90 variance right there. So I tell people that every app needs work, just like with Hum. I don't like some of the Hum rates, because Hum rates, they're too low for certain things that I'm trying to do. They're way too low. We got to work on that. With Pax, there's certain things that we got to lose that $100,000 a year per driver. Let's lose that whole mentality. Let's not even talk about that no more, because it's too fantastic. It's too out there. It's way too out there. It's very, very ambitious, like ambitious beyond the point of ambition. Uber and Lyft don't even pay that. And Uber and Lyft has way more market share than everybody out here, and they don't even pay that. So to not have any market share at all and to try to use that as your sales pitch is not good. The sales pitch should be, if you have a car, not a black SUV, because like I said, we're trying to get the black SUV numbers right. You got a car, you should be trying to sign up with Pax. I'm honest. If you got a car, you should be on Pax, because they're going to pay you a lot more for those 2-mile trips to 6-mile trips to 7-mile trips, things like that. On Hum, after 5 miles, that initial $5 pickup is fading away. You get $5 per pickup with Hum. You get $5 plus like $1 a mile, 25 cents a minute, whatever that shit is after that. But that initial $5 start disappearing after 5 miles. But with Hum, with Pax, the timer keeps going. So you're going to get an estimate based on the time and the mileage. And it's a flat rate. So if you get held up by a train or some shit, you're screwed on Pax. I mean, you'll do better on Hum, Uber, Lyft, but if you get held up by a train on Pax, you're screwed, because it's a flat rate. That's the one good thing about it, but it's Achilles heel, the flat rate. You get stuck in traffic, you're done. And yeah, I believe that a good company doesn't need surge. And that's why I think Hum doesn't need surge, Pax doesn't need surge. All they got to do is just get those numbers right. That's it. Just get the numbers right. Lose the fantastic shit. You're not going to take a small app right off the bat and start making $100,000 a year. So that shouldn't even be in a conversation right now. Shouldn't even be there, because that means you got to generate $153,000 in gross bookings on an app that has no market share. It's impossible. I'm talking about like highly impossible. It's like me breathing underwater is impossible. Me making $153,000 a year in gross bookings. The best thing you're ever going to do with any of these apps is private rides. That's it. The best thing you're ever going to do is private rides. But if you can't even make $100,000, $153,000 in private rides, what makes you think you can make $153,000 on an app? Private rides pay better than everything else. It pays, just the math is not there. Like I said, to study the math of rideshare before doing Uber and Lyft. Once you understand the math of rideshare, now you can start looking at all these other apps now. I'm an accountant. This is what my degree is, and I've been doing this since I was 15 years old. I've done all the accounting in the high school had to offer. All the accounting Drake University had to offer was 18 credits short. Transferred into UNLV with 120 something credits. And I ended up with 155 credits by the time I graduated. Accounting credits, 155 accounting credits. You only need 120 to graduate. I had 155, but they don't let you graduate with only your last 18 credits from a school. Any place won't give you just a degree because you finished your last class there. You have to take a substantial amount of classes to get a degree from there. I had already left Drake University because my track scholarship was up. And it was like, well, you could take out a loan for your last year. I said, no, if I'm gonna take out a loan, it's gonna be from somewhere nice and sunny with fucking palm trees. And I'm not taking out a loan and sit in snow and slush. Doubt it. So I got up and I went to Vegas. I said, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it here. So it's like, if you could get your last class and get a degree from there, everybody will be going to community college, then doing their very last class at Harvard and saying, hey, I got a degree from Harvard. It would be a joke. So every school you graduate from makes you take at least 30 credits, which is equivalent to 1 year. You have to take at least 30 credits to graduate from that school. I got to UNLV with 122. I graduated 155. So I took 33 credits there while I was there, 33 credits. So UNLV gave me a degree, but my education was Drake based. So I had a Drake based education with a UNLV degree. Just how shit works out. I could have just transferred into Harvard, but I'm not that damn smart. So what you want to do is when you look up the word ambitious in the dictionary, you see the PAX app. Very ambitious, very ambitious. And there's nothing wrong with ambition. Trust me. Ambition is what drives people. Yeah, it's what drives people to do things, man. But sometimes you got to have a reality check somewhere in there, because ambition is also, it could just pop your balloon, man. It'll pop your balloon. When that reality hits, like I said, when I was sitting and analyze everybody's documents and stuff like that in corporate America, and at the end they would go, oh, really? So we can't do it, huh? I said, after my analysis, dude, the percentage is low. It's like a 13% chance, which means there's an 87% chance it won't happen. 13% chance it will, 87% chance it won't. So almost 9 out of 10, it ain't happening. 9 out of 10 is not going to happen. So they will look at analysis. I'm big on analysis. I study numbers. I look at numbers. This channel is one of the most 100 channels you ever going to be on. Like I said, I support small apps. I support packs. I support Hum. I support Rides and Empower and Hop, Skip, Drop. Any app that's out there against Uber and Lyft, I'm going to try to support. But I'm also going to keep it 100. Everybody knows me, man. My channel's not going to stand on quicksand. I'm always going to stand on rocks. It's solid over here, man. So if I analyze something and I got something to say and I'm going to break it down, you're going to get the real. You're not going to get fluff, and you're not going to get no bullshit. You're not going to get that. I'm going to give you the real. Because you can work a lot better with the real than you can with the fake shit. With the fake stuff, you can't. By the time the reality hits, it's too late. Because I faked it for so long, you ain't going to make it. I faked it. When you finally realize none of this is really real, you can't even retract it all. So I keep it real up front, and I keep going up front. If we're going to make these apps work, one thing I've always said about these apps, the one thing I've always said is we need more cars. We need more cars, not black SUVs, not white SUVs and stuff. So we need more cars, because cars is the perfect introduction. Why do you think Waymo has cars? Why don't Waymo have black SUVs everywhere? Waymo could put all that tech in a black SUV. Waymo don't want black SUVs. Waymo wanted a car, because cars are very introductory. Cars are safe. It's a safe bet. So you have cars involved. You get people introduced to your product. You can always upgrade somebody, but you don't want to downgrade somebody. And with the way that PAX is set up right now, they got all these black SUVs on the app. But the problem is the prices are too low. So you're going to have to downgrade people. You're going to have to take them from all these nice SUVs at dirt cheap rates to one day when all the cars get on, the person gonna say, well, I thought an SUV was showing up. Oh, no, the SUVs are now at a higher tier now. Now they're priced. Well, damn, it wasn't that much to take it. I was taking them for like 6 months, and that was the rate. Now I can't get that driver again. Now the rates changed. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're stuck in a car. Well, fuck it, I might just go back to Uber and Lyft. Because what did Uber and Lyft do? They put all the nice cars on lower tiers now. So now you get some really nice cars on Uber and Lyft on very low tiers. So people can go back to Uber and Lyft where nicer cars, like my BMW is Uber X, my BMW is Lyft Basic. That's what they're going to be looking for. But yet they're going to say, well, we got downgraded. The one thing you don't want to do is to sell somebody something, give somebody steak. You keep giving them steak and T-bone steak and New York strip steak and all these steaks, filet mignon. And then you open a restaurant for the grand opening, and the steak they once got for $5 is now bologna sandwiches. And so what about the $5 steaks we was eating? Oh, those are now, $40 a piece. Wait, so they were $5. And now we're getting bologna sandwiches for this $5, and you telling us we got to pay $40 to get that steak now? Yeah, man, forget this. I came here for the $5 steak. Just like they're going to say, they came here for the, $30 SUVs, the $29 SUVs. That's why they came here. If I wanted to pay $60-$70 for an SUV, I would just been on Uber and Lyft. So it's harder to fix that than just to adjust for it in the beginning. Uh-oh, the fly's back. I didn't get him. Hold up. I'm going to kill him now. Hold up. Watch this. Got him. Told you. I was going to get him sooner or later. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Santan. And that's the thing. Santan is a long ride. It's a long ride. It's a long ride. So when you're doing these type of rides, you've got to understand that, for one, many of us have private drivers. We're private drivers. Many of us we're private drivers. So when you are a new app, developing an app that's a scheduling app, and you're catering to private drivers, you got to make sure that private driver doesn't demote himself with the new technology. Nobody wants to self-demote. Uber and Lyft does that shit. The more experience you got, the less you get paid. That's Uber and Lyft. When you have no experience, they'll put you on the app, they'll give you all this money. They'll put you on the app, give you all this money. Now, when you got enough experience, they start eating into your money. Everybody who's been driving Uber and Lyft for the last 4 or 5 years, we're making less now on the apps. The only way we make money is through private rides. The only way we make money is by not putting our clients on these apps. That's the only way we're making money. Which is why, like I said, when it hits my email, I'm on my next live stream or my next video is going to be about this insurance that I inquired about, because I would really like to know about that insurance, and I'm going to talk to an agent. But I put my information in there. I'm going to see what they say about commercial insurance and workers' comp insurance. I want to see what they say. That's it. Just want to see what they say. Because I want to give you guys information. If we're true private drivers, if we're true independent contractors, we need to stand up. Stand up for our value. Stand up for our worth. We don't need to be told how much we're being paid. We can say how much we'll accept. I'll accept that. I'll accept this. But to be told, this is what you're going to get. That's a hard sell, because so many of us are private drivers now. We know how to do it now. We know the business. Uber and Lyft taught us the business now. We know the math of rideshare now. We understand the math. We know what people are paying. We know how much we're getting. We know the market demand for certain rides. We know what we can charge to and from airports. We know what we can charge to wait. We know the math of rideshare now. So anybody who's an experienced driver out there, anybody, doesn't matter what car you're in, you have experience being underpaid. You know what it feels like to be overpaid. Therefore, you know a fair price. You have done this long enough to where you know a fair price. That's the best thing you can ask for anybody who's involved in rideshare. Do you know how to run this business? Do you know what a fair price is? Yep, I know what a fair price is. Then I can do business with you. Don't matter what car you got. Don't matter. No, if you know a fair price, I can do business with you. That's it. Say Lyft sent me a pen for $48, 17 miles. Of course, I'll take it. Customer paid $99, gave me $48. The question is, what tier did the customer order and sent me instead the Tesla 19? And see, that's the thing. One time, the people who ordered Uber Black SUV, the guy ordered Black SUV for his girl, because they always take black and black SUV. That's what they always take. I was on Uber, though. I don't have Uber Black and Uber Black SUV on Uber, but I am a black SUV. Uber saw that. So Uber was like, okay, we got a guy in the area. He's not on the black SUV tier, but he's a black SUV. So they pay me Excel or Comfort. They pay me Comfort or something crazy. The people pay like 90 something bucks and I got like 46 out of it. And when I pulled up, I was like, the lady was like, oh yeah, we always order black SUV, this and that. So I gave her a card. I said, well, here's my card. Make sure you guys call me or whatever, this and that. Oh, perfect. We always order black SUV. We only take black SUV, which is funny because I was on Uber. They ordered black SUV and I wasn't black SUV. I was a black SUV, but not. So that's how you know that the algorithm is finding something close to what the person ordered, even if the driver is not on that tier. They're just finding something that makes sense. The lack of transparency allows them to do it. Because if it showed me the customer order, Uber Black, blah, 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 but saying, since you're not Uber Black, you are Comfort XL, would you accept this trip? This lets you know. You don't need to have commercial insurance on Uber if they're willing to send you anyways when somebody orders Uber Black, because I was Uber Black on their receipt, but I'm Comfort on my receipt. So they could do this all day. Nobody even needs commercial insurance on Uber. If that's the game that they're playing, it's just a lack of transparency. They could do whatever they want to do and nobody's questioning. I talk to my routers. I talk to people. That's how I find information out. We chat back and forth. I'm not going to sit there and see this really high paying ride. And what was funny is right after that, I bitched and I complained. I was pissed. I was super, super pissed. I was highly upset. I made a video about it showing how upset I was. I sat right in the parking lot and made a video at the time, and I showed you guys the message I sent to Uber about it, telling Uber about it. The very next ride, as soon as I got off the message with Uber, and you even saw this on the video, as soon as I got off the message with Uber, I turned the screen back to the regular screen. Where was I at? Sitting on top of a $26 surge in the middle of nowhere. It's all on video. I put it on video for y'all. I said, check this shit out. I'm sitting right here in front of a $26 surge in the middle of nowhere because they knew they screwed me over. They knew I caught on to what was going on. That's why they put that $26 surge. It was like 0.4 miles. It was out the parking lot right in the middle of the damn street, right outside of the bank where I was sitting after I got off the phone with customer service. They knew what was up. And as soon as I got the $26 surge, y'all saw in the video, as soon as I got it, I got around like 3 miles away for a 3 mile, like 6 miles. And it paid me like something like $40 or whatever. I don't even know. Some crazy number like that. So they made up for the screw up. And I put it all on video. So I was like, mad. And they knew I was mad, man. I was mad. Because some people was like, yeah, we always order black SUV. We don't take nothing but black SUV. We just and that, blah, blah, blah. A lot of customers that I got, a lot of private clients I got say we only order Uber Black. We only order, black SUV. And they'll pay black SUV, but then they'd be like, we're to just use you every time. Is there a way we can just use you? I'm like, yeah, you could use me. Here's my card. Here's this and that. Hey, man, I'll charge, $70. Here's $100, $35, $40. Here's $100. Because I want you to stay in business. I want to keep you in business. I want you as a driver. Stay as a driver. Fix your truck. Keep your truck running. Fix leaks if leaks happen. Here's money for it. When you get a good client, they're not going to nickel and dime you. Good clients know that it costs money to run these trucks. Most of them got cars. Most of them paid shop fees and bills. They know what a $1,400 bill looks like in a shop. They know what a $900 tune-up looks like in a shop. They know what all this. So for them to give you $70, $80, $90 is nothing. It's nothing to them. Most of these people got Porsches in the driveway. They got Cadillacs in the driveway. And I'm sitting there like, well, guess who found the Uber Black phone lockers at ATL? Uh-oh. So when you get with clients like that, they have no problem taking care of you because they know it costs a lot of money to keep tires that look nice on his truck without bald tires on it. To keep brakes that keep like yesterday, my man James, he was in the video saying his calipers got locked up while he was dropping off a client, and he was at her house watering his damn calipers down, and there was smoke coming from up under his wheel well. He said it in the comments on yesterday's video. So when you got clients that see cars going through shit like this, they're going to pay you well because they want to make sure you don't drop them off at dinner with your caliper smoking. They don't want you to drop them off at dinner with coolant leaking out the bottom of your truck. They want to make sure, am I paying you enough to stay in business? I mean, you might want $35, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you $100. With this $100, get whatever fix you need to get fixed on this truck. With this $100, make sure you get this and that done. With this $100, get the metal heater hose tee, not the cheap heater hose tee. Oh yeah, young boy. Yep. That was James, man. He was dropping a client off, and his smoke just pouring from up under his wheel well. He had to hose it up. The caliper got stuck on his rotor, sitting there burning it up. And I'm like, that's what happens, man, with these apps. These apps don't pay us enough. But when you get a good client that pays you to take care of stuff like that, when a client sees your rotor smoking and goes, you know what, how much is them rotors run? Now, I probably get one for like $80 offline. Tell you what, man, here's $100. Get that. Long time ago, I was dropping the client off at Troon with his golf club. We was in a Jeep, picked him up from the airport, going all the way up to Troon. What happened? I was telling him about my son wanting some shoes, $52. Dude paid me for the ride and gave me $50. Said, make sure you get your son those shoes. I was like, man, I appreciate that, man. $50 on top of what I said. He was like, make sure your son get them shoes, man. Because some people want to see you win, but it's how you handle them. How do you talk to them when you're driving? A lot of these drivers, this is why I think shit happens to some of these drivers, because they don't know how to talk to people. They probably don't even know how to, do customer service. They've been working as an employee, pinned to a screen, doing data entry for 30 fucking years. And now you want to deal with people and you don't even know how to deal with people. I could deal with anybody. You can put anybody in my car. Somehow I'm going to find something in common with them. I'm going to find something in common and we're going to have a conversation about it. It could be music I'm playing. Yesterday, I'm driving a Jeep. I'm playing Trio Manzana. Trio Manzana is a Spanish guitar group. So I'm cruising. What up, Triple E, my man? Hey, you still on the road or what, brother? You on the road or what? If you on the road, I'm gonna pull you on the screen, man. If you can, if you got thing. So I'm listening to Trio Manzana. So I'm cruising. I mean, this is loud ass Spanish music. It's bumping. It's got the bass. It's got the strings. I mean, I'm cruising. I'll pull up in traffic, bumping Trio Manzana. Dude rolls up next to me. He lets the window down. He says, man, I'm loving the vibe, bro. He's just chatting with me, right in traffic, He says, man, I love the vibe, man. I can hear you way down, man. I got the Jeep bumping. I'm on my way to go do this repair for this Dodge Ram. I'm bumping Mexican music the whole way because I'm on vacation. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go up here and fix this Dodge Ram. But in the meantime of me fixing this Dodge Ram, I'm gonna play me some Trio Manzana. I'm finna go up here and cruise. Man, I'm bumping up the highway. I get off the highway. I'm on the exit ramp, getting off the highway. Dude was in the car behind me at the exit ramp. So I got to the next light. He pulled up next to me, let the window down. Dude, I'm loving the vibe, bro. I can hear you way out there. I'm like, that's what I do, man. Shit, I get it. Hey, I'm gonna see if I can find what I was playing yesterday. See if I can hear like the type of music I played. Like people probably wonder, man, what do you play in the car? Let me see if I can find something real quick. It's Trio Manzana. Wait, Trio Manzana. There we go. Oh, what was I playing? Maybe this. Let me see. Nope, that wasn't it. Let me see. It was something else. Maybe it was Gypsy. I was bumping that shit, man. And it's got bass, it's got guitar, it's got everything. I was cruising up the highway. I'm on the highway. I got that shit on like level 7. Just, man, big ass boat speakers playing that shit loud. I got the whole top off the Jeep. I'm like, I'm on my way to work. I'm just going to be on vacation on my way to go work on this truck. Man. Oh, yeah, I hope that delivery driver in that video yesterday had enough money to get his car fixed. Yeah, man, yeah. And the name of that song? I just saw it too, man. How did I forget it that fast? I just had it on Trio Manzana. Let me go down here. It was called Gypsy Caravan. Gypsy Caravan by Trio Manzana. Now, when you pull up Trio Manzana, these guys here, man, these guys get down. Trio Manzana, if you have Spotify, make sure you put Trio Manzana on your Spotify. Trust me, your clients gonna love it. They got it. Now, y'all know I listen to Jesse Cook. So I listen to Jesse Cook. Jesse Cook plays Havana. Trio Manzana, they made their version of Jesse Cook's song, Havana. This is their version right here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up for a second. So if you go to Jesse Cook and you play Havana, and you play Jesse Cook's Havana is a little slower. Trio Manzana's Havana is a little faster. It's more like upbeat, but both of them sound amazing. But when you play Trio Manzana, it gives you, it's like just a little step faster. That's it. So I be cruising, man. I be cruising that shit. So go find Trio Manzana, play Havana, play Gypsy Caravan. You'll be like, I'm telling your clients, when I cruise, I'm in a truck, top, all my windows down, my whole top back, and I got the music cranked. When I pull up, I'm playing Spanish music when I pull up. The ladies come to the truck dancing. They be like, oh. They be getting the fuck down. They be like, hey, I play Mexican music, man, because it's party music to me. Now, if I pull up playing rap, it's gonna be like, yeah, I'm finna shoot your ass in the fucking face when I catch you, bitch. I'm like, man, I can't play that shit pulling up. So I play Mexican music everywhere I go because it's good music. Now, when I'm by myself, I'll play some rap. But if I'm cruising all night with people, I gotta play my music because I might find a song I like and I'll hurry up and hit a plus sign on it so I can add it to my playlist. Because if you go on my Spotify, you go to my library, you see right there, I got two lists. One says private clients, then one says guitar. The one that says guitar has got a guitar next to it, and I put all my guitar music in there. All my guitar music goes in there. So I cruise, man. When I'm cruising in anything that's got a guitar in it that sounds real good, I throw it on my guitar playlist because I play that when I'm picking people up or dropping people off, and they love it, man. Because you got palm trees everywhere, top back. You got the moon, big bright ass moon sitting over there. You got the smell of food everywhere, and then you got Mexican music playing. Shit, people pay thousands of dollars. That's a vacation. People pay thousands of dollars for that, and they get it right in my car. They get a good driver dressed up, got my driver's hat on. I'm kicking back like this with him and shit. I'm cruising around like shit. They be like, man, this is an experience right here, bro. What's that music? Oh, that's Jesse Cook. I mean, I'm gonna have to play that. And the girls be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna download Jesse Cook. I'm gonna steal that from you. I'm stealing that. I'm like, steal it, it's yours. You can have some Jesse Cook, take it. And that's how I make all the people in my car feel like that's the right car to be in. That was the right car. You get drivers out there, nah, I don't play music. Nah, because I don't need nobody complaining about the type of music I play. It's just, if that's your level, you don't like people might not like the type of music you play, then one, you can't read your audience, you can't read your client. Two, you can't read a room. Not everybody want to hear Nicki Minaj. But some people do. They ask me, you got some Nicki Minaj? I can find it because I got Spotify. I don't have it saved, but I got some on Spotify. Just pull up Nicki Minaj and you can have all. You just gotta know. Some people jump in, hey man, you got some Coolio, you got that old Gangsta's Paradise Coolio, man. I'll play that. You gotta learn how to read your crowd. If I'm playing Spanish music, it's because that's the vibe that I'm in. That's the vibe I'm in when I'm cruising up playing my Spanish. I'm in a festive vibe. I'm in a good mood, and people getting, oh, I already like the vibe. I'm like, what up, Sarah? What's good? What's up, Sarah? You know, what's up, Nicholas? What's good? And they're like, oh man, I love the vibe already of this driver, man. Oh, this is gonna be a good ride, man. I love this vibe already because I'm already in my zone. I'm not riding around silent, pissed off at the last, $3 ride I just had. Somebody just, threw McDonald's in my floorboard on that $7 ride. That ain't me. When I pull up, I already know. All right, I'm getting $90 for this. On the app, it's probably $28. I'm getting $90 for this. And it's like I'm cruising. Yo las pongo. And that's part of me giving y'all free game on just the music. It's not always about what I like. It's about what makes me feel good. What music makes me feel good right now? Like earlier today, I was playing The Weeknd by SZA. I was cruising playing The Weeknd. I just felt like playing it. It's a good song. I love it. So I'm cruising playing some SZA, playing The Weeknd. It's just, and I don't even listen to that shit. But at the moment, it just sounded good. It sounded good coming through the stereo system. And sometimes you want to do that. Find something that just sounds good. It makes you feel better. It's cruising. You don't always got to play your favorite rapper. It's recorded. You can come back and play it later. Just come back and play your favorite. I play Nipsey when I ain't around nobody. If somebody want to hear Nipsey, then I'll play Nipsey. That's cool. But usually Nipsey is for me. That's me. When I'm playing the other shit, it's because I'm about to pick some people up and they may not want to hear that. And I'm not so arrogant that I can't read the room and know these people might not want to hear Nipsey. But if they say, hey, play us something that you like what's your favorite song of all time? I'll play some Nipsey. Grinding all my life. Grinding all my life. Hustle, pay the price. I'll bump that. And sometimes I'll put what else? What other Nipsey song I like? I got a whole Nipsey Hustle the mix in here. Ocean Views. I'll play Ocean Views. I'll do that for everybody 7 days a week. I'll bump that for everybody. What else? They Know. Oh, They Know. Nipsey Hussle right here. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna hook y'all to some game right now. Nipsey Hussle on the TMC album. That song, They Know. Trust me. When I bump They Know in the Jeep, no matter who I'm with, they know. That's all I'm gonna say. They know. When I'm bumping this rap, there's a Nipsey in the Jeep like, When they hear that playing, when you start hearing that, and then that bass drop, oh, they know. Cruise around one flow, where I go, they know. Nipsey Hussle, if you bump, they know, for the right crowd, and you know and you in that vibe and everything, oh, they gonna be in the backseat like, oh, we finna go kick it tonight, y'all. They know. Cruise around on the flow. Cash everywhere I go. They know. That's how you gonna get people, man. That's how you gonna get people. Just playing the right, reading the room right, and playing the right music. And even people that never heard of Nipsey, I could play They Know, and they'll be like, oh man, I'm gonna bump some of that, man. I'm gonna bump some of that. All right, bet Triple. All right, brother. He said, let me check into the hotel, man. Good, brother. Check on in, Triple E. Oh, Gilly, oh, no problem, brother. No problem. Jeff, thank you for teaching me the private ride business. Hey, man, it's only going to go up from here. It's so much more to it. Like I said, we just scraping the surface right now, man. It's so much deeper, because once you get with the right client, you're going to go from just a private driver to their private driver. You're going to be, I tell y'all, there's one family that I deal with. It's a family. It's a house that has 6 families bought the house. I deal with that entire ordeal. I am the driver of that entire house. 6 different families bought this house. So whenever anybody flies in town, even if they know people flying in town, and anybody's going, I am the driver for that entire house. Now, there's an SUV already at the house already, so all they need is a ride to and from the airport. But I am the driver for that house. Once you get to that level, man. And last week, I got so busy because I had like extra groups and everything. I had to have King James help me out. So now King James went to the house. He knows the house now. Now he's like, oh, I see what you're doing. Now I see how you moving. Now I see what you're doing, man. And it's like, there's so many levels to it, brother. So many levels to it. They know. This is Jeff. I think everyone should put a system in their car, even if it's a small one. Got many people who love that shit. Oh yeah. And that's the thing, man, is just changing out your speakers. I got videos showing me go from the stock Mopar speakers in my Jeep to going to the upgraded Kenwoods. And then I went to Scar. Everything is Scar and Rockville, amps and everything, because I wanted to upgrade all my speakers. And I built my entire sound system in the Jeep. The entire sound system, probably for about $1,300. That's the head unit and everything. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 speakers. 10 speakers I bought. 10 speakers and 1, 2, 3, 4 amps. 5 amps if you count the stock one. So 10 speakers, 5 amps. Well, really 12 speakers because the tweeter's in the very, very front. But it's unrealistically loud. It can go up to 42 or 44 or something like that. I can only go 7, 8. That's as high as I'll put it, 7, 8. And even at 7, 8 is way too loud at 7, 8. And I'm like, it's crazy, man. And I don't spend a lot of money because I'm very frugal, but I invest money because I think you can get something done with just a little bit of money. You can get a whole lot done. So you invest a little bit and the return is going to be magnificent. When I was building that Jeep and I was investing money into that Jeep, everybody was like, dude, that's so stupid. I took a 60-month loan out to pay off that Jeep and I paid it off in 24 months using all Uber and Lyft money. That was it. And that was while I was hooking it up, supercharge everything. I mean, a 60-month loan I paid off in 24 months, almost to the day, 24 months. That was it. And that was while I was lifting it, putting big ass wheels, adding a system, adding superchargers, doing all crazy shit, adding exhaust systems. So I'm dumping money into this Jeep. But with the private rides that was coming back, everything was paying for everything. I could do $1,000 in private rides and use that money to turn around and go buy a new set of wheels. Now I got the wheels now. I paid $280 or $140. I paid $140 per rim. Got 5 rims for about $600. So I was like, cool, let's do it. $600-$700. Got the rims. I do all my own tires in my garage. So I got about $3,000-$4,000 worth of rims and tires for less than 2 G's because I did it all in my own garage. I'm very frugal, but you gotta do some manual labor. If you're gonna be frugal, be ready to do some manual labor. So I was like, man. What? I got 6 12s in my garage waiting for the cars I can put them in. Oh man, all you need is 1 12 in each car. Trust me, 1 12. I got 1 10 in the Jeep. I got a lot of 8s because I like 8s give you that really high bass. It gives you that bass that just goes through your body. The deep bass just shakes everything. Now when you get that's 8s. 8s and 10s. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8s. I got 5 8s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 6.5s, 2 tweeters, and 1 10. Just 1 10 is all I got. And I will tell you to just sit in my Jeep and cruise. You'll be like, what the hell is in this thing? It's like, man, what the hell is in this? Thank you, Bighorn Kev, my brother. I appreciate that, brother. Had a great morning. 4 private rides, 250. Got to take care of my mentor. Waiting to do my last private of the day. Great service, pays the way. Thank you, my man, Bighorn Kev, man. I appreciate it. And Bighorn Kev, like I said, I'm proud of you, bro. I remember when we all first started, really starting to branch out and start sharing private rides. Kev was somebody who I actually gave one of my families to. I had a family, and I said, I'm going to give you a family. I said, this family, they use rideshare a lot. So I'm going to need you to really help me out. I don't trust people with a lot of my clients, especially people that are close to me like that. And Bighorn Kev took care of them. They were elated. Thank you so much. Thank you so. And I'm like, man. And his service level just went through the roof. He had confidence and no black SUV, no luxury car. It was all confidence, 100% confidence. And this dude's out doing 4 rides, $250. No black car service, no luxury car service. That is 100% confidence and knowing your worth. When I hear people tell me the car makes it, I'm like, you have not met Bighorn Kev yet. You've not. And Bighorn Kev, he's got his YouTube channel, man. He's got his YouTube channel. And he talks a lot on his YouTube channel. Like when you're cruising in your day, he don't cuss and do all that crazy shit like I talk about. But in your day, when you're cruising, you can kind of hear his mentality of how he's structuring his day. And this is from back when he first, kind of like how I first started to how I am now. We talk about how we used to be versus how we are now. You listen to Bighorn Kev, how he's structuring his day, how he's meeting these people, what he's saying to these people, how he's... I'm telling you, man, there's so many lessons on this YouTube that can help people make money. Because when I first met Kev, I'm going to tell you, and Kev, you know, no bullshit, you know, if you did 4 rides before I met you, you'd probably do 4 rides for about maybe $100. You'd be like, dude, I did 4 rides, man. I made $100. 4 rides, $100. Kev, he could do 1 ride for $170 now. 1 ride for $170. When I met him, he was 4 rides. Oh, man, you know, this and that. And I got a link for you, brother. And he would be like, oh, yeah, man, I just did, you know, I just got this much. I'm like, nah, bro, you can get up higher than that, Kev, man. You too good for this, man. And he slowly started increasing his game, man. Come on, Think. There we go. Yeah, because we're going to end up putting Eric on, too. All right, there's a link for you right there, brother. It'll pop up in a second. But make sure you're in a place where it's not too crazy loud and everything. I'm going to turn the music down some for you. Let me turn the music down for my man, Kev. But yeah, man. But flat fee subscription-based model. Oh, yeah. A huge market correction and reappropriation on the horizon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's coming, man. From skimpy to empty to fuel on full. See, I be on the highway with my Chicago Bulls. Obey no rules. Go to school, you fools. That's what's up. That's what's up. No. So just open my email and there's a PAX message, the driver lunch coming up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And everybody introducing the man, the myth, the legend, Bighorn Kev.
Hey, how you doing, brother? Man, what a great morning.
Sounds like it. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Freaking, it was funny because on Monday, a gal that I met, about a month ago, texted me and said, hey, can you pick me up this morning? I'm going to the airport and, you know, get a time. And yeah, okay. And she goes, is it still $60? I said, yeah, it's still $60. All right, cool. So I get there, and as soon as she gets in the car, she goes, I'm going to keep you busy this week. I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, I'm going to go to the airport 4 times this week. To and from. So I was like, all right, cool. That's great. You know, and then another gal had the same thing. While I was bringing the one gal home last night, another gal texted me, hey, is it still $80 to go to the airport? Yeah, it's still $80 to go to the airport. Okay, can you pick me up at 5:15 in the morning? Sure, no problem. Well, we get to the airport. I drop her off, circling around. I didn't even make it back to the 302. She's already calling me, hey, can you come back? I forgot my ID at home. Okay. So home, 80, back 80. So bam.
Bro, that's crazy. But she took care of you though. Because
Oh,
she
yeah.
knew it was her mistake, so she took care of you.
Yeah. She
And
goes,
you know,
"Oh, I'm so sorry." I was like, "Oh, no, don't worry about it." I said, "You're not the first one." I said, "I've had people freaking when they get here." I had one gal I met in the morning. She rode up in her truck to her place where I picked her up at. And we drove off and got to the airport. And I get a call. "Hey, can you go back to my house where you picked me up at? I parked in the wrong driveway. Can you move it over one?" Sure, why not? She tipped me $40 just to do that.
Oh,
You know,
hell
so it's
yeah.
like, damn.
She's parked in the wrong spot. She's like, "Can you just move it over one?" Her neighbor wants to text her. So you just parked in my spot.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
And then,
That's crazy.
you know, like I said, and this one gal that I'm doing tonight right now, she uses me at least 4 times a month for $50 a pop. So it's just like, damn.
Man,
and it's like I always, you know, you said it the other day, you know, with PAX, you know, the 100 or 1,000 rides on Black and 500 rides on Comfort and stuff like that. Kind of brought me back to one of the things that I used to do when I was hiring manager for Dave & Buster's. And that was, I wanted to go find somebody that was a great server and just teach them Dave & Buster's way to do things. Same thing with rideshare. If you got somebody who's got great guest service, all you got to do is teach them Hum or PAX, and boom, they're making money left and right, and they're happy with you.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's what, you know, and I'm gonna tell, and like I said, even with that, when PAX was saying that, when they put out the thing saying you need at least 1,000 rides on it, if you are a Black SUV driver and you want to risk 1,000 rides on Uber Black, you're gonna have your own private client base, and you won't even go to PAX then, because you got everything you need. You're like, why do I need to go to PAX? It's like I've been doing 1,000 rides, and I've been doing nothing but giving out my car to 1,000 people. Now I got my own client base, and I'm like, dude, you don't want to tell a driver you need to go to Uber and do 1,000 rides. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, let them, like you said, teach them. Somebody with great service, pull them in and say, hey, we want to teach you how to do this. You don't need a minimum years of service and stuff like that. Just pull them in and say, hey, you seem like a great person. We're going to teach you the ropes. Let us pull you in. And I'm like, okay, perfect. So you pull it. Jamil said, that was an old write-up. Yeah. And see, that's good, because once you pull somebody in and you teach them how to do it, man, it helps, because they don't develop these old badass habits of Uber and Lyft, them trash ass apps, man. We're done with them apps. We're done.
Yeah.
And I want people to go out there and really understand, like I said, the math of rideshare. Uber and Lyft is going to tell you, oh, it's free to get on, but they're not telling you they're taking 60% of the ride, 70% of the ride. Sometimes they're taking that from you.
Yeah.
And these people, like the one guy, he did $3,300 in gross bookings on Uber, $3,300, and walked away with $1,300 of it. How do you generate $3,300 worth of business and you walk away with $1,300? They're paying you the finder's fee. It's like they're paying you the finder's fee and you're doing all the damn work. It's like, no, you're not doing me like that.
Exactly. You know, and that was, I mean, I've been, yesterday was my 1-year anniversary with Hum. I've been with Hum with a year, you know, and we all went to that meeting and everything. And like I said, I tell people, you know, this last meeting I had, I said, you know, it's 1 year that I was in your same shoes. I went to a meeting. I said, by the end of this meeting, I had everything done. I was just waiting on the background check, you know, bam, 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 bam. And I said, you know, the idea hit me. And I think that's just it, is a lot of people, and I try to tell people this at these meetups, is that once you step away from the mentality that, hey, I have to go on the app today, I have to do this, instead of saying, hey, what do I got going on today? Oh, I got 3 or 4 rides. Cool. Well, look, I get to spend some time in the pool today. Or, hey, I get to, you know, have lunch and dinner with my mom and dad. Bam. Exactly. You know, it's just like that. Yeah. You know?
And see, and that's what I'm doing this week, you know, because summer's rolling around and everything. I had a lot of algae in the pool. So I've been spending days and days just working on this pool, dealing with the filters. And just being a private driver has allowed me to do that. Because as a private driver, my clients book with me. I get dressed, shower up, take them where they got to go, do what they got to do. I stay dressed for about 30, 45 minutes to make sure nobody else needs nothing. Then I go right back to doing what I was doing already. There's not a lot of companies out there that will pay you to allow you to do that with your own time, because they know you got other things you want to do. Nobody wakes up or graduates college and goes, man, I cannot wait to work 80 hours a week. Cannot wait. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. So people got to wake up and realize I cannot wait to live my life today. I want to live my life and I want to work in a way that can afford me to live life the way I want to. Today, you might work, 8, 9, 10 hours, but then you're off for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, that was easy. I love it. I love it. Like, man, you just made like $800 in a day. Take the next couple of days off. It's like, yes, take the next couple of days off. Clean your car up. I took all the internals of the Jeep out, washed all the Jeeps down, did everything to the Jeep carpets, made the Jeep brand new because private rides allowed me to do that. If I was having to do Uber and Lyft pigeon rides, I wouldn't be able to do that.
And just like that comment right there, it says, hey, private rides equal freedom. It does.
Yeah.
I mean, and then, you talk about being happy. Oh, hell yeah, I'm ecstatic. When people get in my car, hey, they're not getting, oh man, fucking Lyft just screwed me over. Sorry, you have to, get the brunt of my madness right now. No, I'm freaking happy. Hey, you want to listen to, what's his name? Justin Timberlake? Even though I can't stand that son of a bitch, we'll listen to Justin Timberlake.
Exactly. Fleetwood Mac. I listen to Fleetwood Mac a lot. I like Fleetwood Mac. I listen to a lot of because that's my motorcycle music right there. Fleetwood Mac, man. I be cruising to that. And
see, now when I throw all my get up on, my horns and everything, and the tail and the mask, when I come rolling up in, it's Van Halen Running with the Devil.
No,
man,
Running with the Devil. And
that first freaking, I got people all looking at me, freaking. Yeah.
See, Daytona said, you want to listen to DJ Quick? And Roxy said, that's my daughter's cousin. DJ Quick is Roxy's daughter's cousin. No, I'm just kidding. She's saying Fleetwood Mac is.
Oh, okay.
Roxy, your daughter's cousin is DJ Quick. What? That's crazy. No, I'm just kidding. That's good. But that's what it is, man. Like I said, and that's why we want to do these apps. We want to have that. And Uber and Lyft, they highly promoted. Oh yeah, said Justin Timberlake. They promoted. Oh, you're gonna have so much flexibility. You don't really have flexibility if you're not getting paid. You're forced to go drive on the apps. So that whole flexibility thing's a lie. It's bullshit. You're going to get so much flexibility driving on Uber and Lyft. No, you're not, because you're getting $3, $4, $7, $11. Your flexibility is out the window because your pockets is too low. Cash buys you flexibility. Good pay buys you flexibility. Just the option of logging off and on don't buy you flexibility. You need to be paid. Money is flexibility. And like I said, the math of rideshare has to be studied because a lot of people have no idea what this math even means. They're throwing all these numbers and they think, ooh, look at this number. I saw people today when I was looking at a ride along today. I saw Pedro. Pedro got a nice big ass truck. Pedro got a truck like mine. Nice ass truck. This motherfucker's out doing $5 orders. I'm like, I understand you want to do content. I know you want to do content. That's totally cool. But bro, don't be a clown about it. Don't. You got a nice ass truck, man. Don't mislead these people. If you've elevated yourself to having a nice truck, use a nice truck for nice shit. Don't use a nice truck for doing pigeon ass rides because you're not elevating nobody's mentality. Why don't you go and buy you a 1985 Tempo if you're going to be taking $5 orders all day? It's like, at least elevate your game when you elevate your ride. Like, create a sense of elevation. Don't go buy a nice ass car and say, I'm going to do a bunch of shit rides. Of course you could do that because you got a YouTube channel and you could do shit rides. But the next person don't have a YouTube channel. The next person needs that educating and enlightenment so they can get it up. So therefore, do those upgraded rides, do those nice rides, get that higher pay, show people how to elevate and develop. Don't be like, well, since a lot of people on my channel are low level, I'm going to just stay low level. No, you can't do that. Man. Elevate everybody. Like you got an Equinox. And you are more profitable than Pedro with that nice ass Tahoe. Real shit. You make more money in the Equinox than Pedro makes in that damn Tahoe. Because he's leveling himself, he's keeping himself dumbed down for his audience. It's like, bro, level your people up. Help your people get paid, man. Help them get off that shit, man. Get them people off these apps. Don't do them like that. That's dirty, man. That's dirty.
Yeah. Well, and I learned that in the Navy too, man. It's like, hey, when you take a step up, you got to make sure you're pulling somebody up with you, somebody to take your place. And, like I said, and then the other thing I like to preach on Saturday too is with Uber, Lyft, Hum, Pax, they all promote themselves. Now, Pax does a little bit better promotion of the driver. I'll give them that. They do that real good. And, but nobody says, hey, here's Jeff, here's his number. Uber and Lyft don't do that. They just say, hey, you're going to get it. You might get a good guy like Jeff.
You know what's funny?
You might not.
You know, the fact that you said that, you don't even know, Kev. You have no idea. So check this shit out. So today, I'm reading an article. In a publication on the internet. Now, in the article, it's the Medium publication. It's the Medium. So I'm reading this article from my man Tyrese, a really good article about Waymo, private rides, and all that stuff. And on the Medium, that's me right there. That's me with my truck picking up my client. So he clipped one of my videos to put a clip of my video on his article inside the Medium write-up. But it also, right up under it, it says, what does it say? It says, text Jeff Watts for private rides in the Phoenix area. And he put my phone number on an article.
There you go.
Hell yeah. I'm like, bro, you ain't have to do that, man. This is man. I'm just looking out for you, man. This is a publication, a Medium publication. And that's
indirect marketing going for you, brother.
And this is a worldwide publication right here. Worldwide. A lot of people read Medium, and there are a bunch of like writers and biographers and and they put these things everywhere. Dude actually clipped my video, put a picture of me picking up my client. You can kind of see her on the side walking up with her purse and everything, put my name, my city, my phone number, said, hey, text Jeff Watts for private rides in the Phoenix area. Now, this is what the good thing is. When people text me from the Medium, I'm busy already. So what do? Big Orange Kev, what are you doing Wednesday? Hey, what are you doing Thursday? This right here, when he gave me, because he even talks about, he said, if you need a ride and you're in Phoenix, they have, let me lighten it up some. It says, hold up, come on, thing. It says, if you need a ride and you're in Phoenix, they have some of the best private drivers in America. They call themselves the 300. Treat yourself to a private ride from one of the 300's greatest, my man Jeff Watts. And they put my phone number there. Man. So they know if they call me and this publication goes out, it's already went out. So the publication went out like either yesterday or the day before. So when people start texting, hey, I got your number from the Medium. You're a private driver in Phoenix, right? Yeah. Hey, I got to take 8 people. I got a team. So this right here is for the 300. When he's looking out for me, he's looking out for everybody around me too. And this is why, I tell folks on my channel, when you get involved with my channel, you have no idea. We are just scratching the surface. We're scratching. If somebody's doing write-ups about me and this channel on the internet, this is just scratching the surface, because these people are going to come for me and I'm going to farm these people out to those around me. Telling you, man, the 300, we deep, man. The 300 is deep. We doing a lot of work out here, man. We just scratching the surface right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate my man Ty for the write-up and everything. Like I said, I'm going to end up having to actually put it on a video. Because it's a huge write-up about Waymo and Google and all, man. And he threw the 300 in there. So when people are searching for Waymo and looking up Waymo stuff, they're going to see private rides, Phoenix, the 300, Jeff Watts, the contact number. It could be something. It could be something. And once I find out what airport these people are going to, I'll be calling up around America like, hey, man, my man Brown up in Ohio. Hey, I got some people landing in Ohio tomorrow at like 3 p.m. Are you cool at 3 p.m.? Oh, man, I can do that. Cool. This is the number. Go grab them.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, like I was saying, though, Uber and Lyft, they bring the market to you and say either take it or leave it. What I like about with Hum and Pax is you get to go to the market yourself. So now I'm competing with Uber and Lyft, and I am way better. I know are way better than Uber and Lyft. And that's what we're doing. Hey, I'm not saying, hey, I'm cheaper than Uber and Lyft. I'm saying I'm better than Uber and Lyft. And I know you always say I don't brag, but sometimes you got to brag a little bit.
Yeah. But just stating facts,
you're just marketing yourself, and I tell people too, you can, other than just handing somebody a business card, it's how you drive. Hey, am I keeping enough distance between that car in front of me in case something, like on the way here to the airport, there's a big old freaking sack of trash out in the number 3 lane. Freaking, I had enough time that the car in front of me ran over it. I had enough time to, hey, move out of the way. I didn't run over no bag of trash.
Ain't tailgating, yeah.
And, hey, I'm not doing 90 miles an hour, zigzagging in and out of traffic, making people grabbing the old shit handles on the side, and everything. And that's the way you market.
Yeah.
that's the way you market yourself indirectly, because you're not saying, hey, look at how good I'm driving.
Yeah.
They just see it
Be a good driver.
and they appreciate that.
Yeah. And I was telling my son that when I was teaching him how to drive, I said, when we come to stoplights, you're too close to that car in front of us. I said, what you need to do is, if you cannot see the tailpipes of that car, you're too close. Every time you get behind a car at a stoplight, make sure you can still see their exhaust. If you can't see their exhaust, you're tailgating. Because if that car breaks down, that car has a flat, anything happens, all you have to do now is turn left or right and you can get around that car. If you're on that car's ass, you got to reverse backwards. Hopefully ain't nobody on your ass. You got to reverse backwards. Then just make sure whatever car is in front of you at the stoplight, you should be able to see their tail lights over your hood. I mean, their tailpipes. If you can't see them tailpipes and that car breaks down, now you're stuck behind that car. How many times have you seen people in traffic behind a car with hazards going, and they're stuck behind a car because they can't get out because they pulled in too close? It's like, bro,
exactly.
You way up on the ass of that car. That's why you can't reverse and get out of there, because now that car behind you is on your ass. Now all y'all stuck in the same. Yeah. Make sure you can see that exhaust. If you can't see the exhaust, because if you can see the exhaust, all I got to do is go left or right, and you can just whip around them real quick and be out of there. Let they broke down ass stay there. But I tell you, exactly. D said the same thing. You're supposed to see their tires. Oh, yeah. That's me, man. Yeah. And that's the thing. The exhaust is right there by the tires. If you can see the tires, you're good. If you can't see their tires, that means you covered up their exhaust too. You covered everything up. You're like, oh, shit, I can't see their tires. Then you ain't going to. If all you can see is their bumper and their license plate, you're too close. You're going to be stuck behind a broken down car.
That pays off here at the airport too. I can't tell you how many people pull in right up to the rear end of a car, and now they're stuck until that car leaves.
Yep.
Tell me, like, all right, we're good. I get out, get my people out, get back in, crank it real hard, and away I go, man.
Yep. Like I mean,
I got it down to where I'm down there doing 90-degree turns in this damn little thing.
And I'll tell you, this channel is the only channel that tells people how to drive, like not just how to make money we talk about how to actually drive that car. It's a machine, how to navigate that machine so you can get in and out. You more efficient. You're keeping your clients safe. You know what you're doing. We talk about how to do this as a professional. A lot of people don't talk about how to actually drive. They assume because you got a license. I told my son, most people with accidents had their license for 10, 15 years. You ain't gonna hit a lot of new drivers. You're gonna hit a bunch of people who people gonna run into you who had their license forever and they got bad habits. They do not know how to drive. So you gotta know how to, and I'm telling him everything I've experienced when I'm driving. Curb lane talk. I'll talk about curb lane, why I don't ride. And I don't just say don't ride in the curb lane. I tell them why. I said, because there's people walking dogs, people riding mobility scooters, and they're going to go across the driveway. And this car right here is going to want to make a right turn, and they can't. They're going to come through a stop. The car behind them is on their phone, and the car behind them is going to rear end them because they didn't see that they stopped so the mobility scooter can keep going. And next thing you know, they done hit the car done hit the mobility scooter, and it's like, man. So I'm like, nope, stay out of the curb lane. Don't even go over there, man. It's like,
I don't go over till I'm a quarter mile away.
Oh yeah.
Once it says say I'm a quarter mile, then I'll get to where I got to turn. Otherwise, it's that middle lane. Because you even get the people that are making those turns in the left turn lane that only have one, but it seems like everybody wants to make that left turn right now.
Yep,
so now you're stuck behind them.
Yep, you backed up. Oh. I'm like, come on, man. And like I said, we teach people how to actually drive on this channel, and it's not a lot of channels that talk about it. They tell you how to use the apps. The apps are trash. The apps don't care about you. I want you to make it home safely without wrecking your car. Make it home, in one piece. Make it home, no scratches, no dings, efficiently, in the road, out. That's how I want you to do. And there's not a lot of us still out there like that.
Yeah.
Attraction says, what's good, lady? She said, good evening, Jeff. My cousin Faith told me to subscribe. I drive Uber in Las Vegas, and them $4.44 rides are popping up like popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
I know. What up, Craig? Don't take them.
I don't even look at those, man. Freaking, that's an easy see ya.
No, and the thing is,
or what you used to say, not going to do it. I forgot what was the old phrase back in the days.
Doubt it.
Doubt it.
Yeah, doubt it. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. And that's the thing. I tell people, if it's not double digits in the front, it's not even on my radar. It has to have at least double. It's got to be 10, 12, 14. Because with those rides, I can convert them. A $10 ride I can turn to a $20 ride. A $4.44 ride is hard to make a $20 ride. It's hard. But if you see a 10, 11, or 12, turn that to a 20. 13, 14, 15, turn that to a 25, 30. Like I said, you got to see double digits, man. I'm cool on that shit. Like, man, I'm cool on that shit. I can't do that. I'm cool on that shit. So whenever you see any of them single digit numbers, do not fall for them. Because y'all remember the one time when I fell for that single digit number, 1 mile, and I was waiting for the concert to end. It was $7 for 1 mile. And I was like, oh shit, $7 for 1 mile. Should have never touched it. I ended up picking up a lady in a wheelchair that had to go to goddamn Jack in the Box to deliver some food. I got $14 for like 40 something minutes. I just stopped driving that night. I was so pissed. Never fall for them single digit numbers, man. There's something wrong with them. And I doubted my own gut instinct. I should have never fell for the $7. I was like, oh shit, $7 for 1 mile, just a jacket. Oh, I could do that shit. That's easy. Yeah.
You know, and my thing too is I never take rides that pop up while I'm doing a ride. You know, it's like, nah.
Yeah.
Because like I said, Southern Avenue is a long way. And if you see, from Mill to Southern, you're like, oh man, that's only like a 2 or 3 mile ride. You know, because sometimes they don't give you the full mileage. And Southern Avenue is a long, I got burned on that one time and I was like, oh, man. I thought I was coming out of the airport. It was like $24 from Mill to Southern. I was like, what the fuck? Somebody made a mistake. I'll take that.
Exactly.
The next thing you know, I made the mistake, you know, and it's just like, shit.
He was like, And see, this is the thing. When I tell people, when you're on a ride and they give you a pickup spot, that pickup spot is from where you currently are. So don't think when you accept it, it's only going to be a mile. It's a mile away from where you are right now. Because by the time you get to where you're getting, and as soon as you hit, okay, go to the next ride, now it's 3.8 miles away. Like, wait a minute, it said it was like 1.2 miles away. It's 3.8. It didn't say where you were dropping that person off from. It was saying from where you currently were when it pinged you. You were 1.2 miles away. So don't accept it, because now you damn near 4 miles away now. So that little $2 a mile ride you had is now $1.17 a mile now. Don't even touch it. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Tesla. That's how they false advertise, young boy. They don't tell you that it's from where your drop off is. They should say, if you accept this ride, you will be X far from this new pickup now. They don't tell you that. They say, oh yeah, you're only 1.2 miles from pickup. Well, right now I am, but once I do my drop off 3 miles down the road, I'm now 4.2 miles away from pickup.
Yeah.
Like, damn it. You played me, man. You played me.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, decline. Because sometimes it'll be coming through too much, so I'll just accept it. And I'm like, oh, damn, why did I accept it? I'll forget it. I'll just leave it on there till I stop. As soon as I stop, 7 miles to pick up. Decline, cancel, be done.
So you know how we do the Harriet Tubman and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I finally got a little thing on my profile picture. It says I could be deactivated for trying to get riders to cancel rides. And I was like, when I cancel a ride, I'm not even near the rider when I cancel it. So what the fuck are you doing?
Exactly.
Why are you even analyzing what the hell I'm doing? No, shut up.
See, and that's the thing. They wait till you get, if you were close to them and they can see the person in your car or something like that, like the device is next to yours, that's one thing. You're canceling like 6 damn miles away. You don't care about that ride, cancel. It's like, oh man. It's like, you're going to be deactivated. Like, man, I'm not worried about y'all. We're independent contractors. Deactivate me if you want to. If you that, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
All it's going to do is make us hungrier.
Yeah. You're just going to make me freaking want it. And, you know, and that's the whole thing that, like, last year, that's what really got me going, Jeff, is it was kind of like your situation, too, where I took a ride that I thought was a great fucking ride. $25 from just north of Old Town Scottsdale. $25 at the airport. All right, cool. Well, I bet they paid 40 for it. Let's see what they paid. No, they paid $75. I got 25. Are you fucking kidding me? I was like, oh, hell no. Hell no. I am not doing this anymore.
Yeah, man.
And from that day on, man, I was out to screw Lyft every way I could.
Oh, airport is definitely an ask. Airport's an ask. It's like, hey, how much did you pay for this ride anyway? Airport is always an ask because people pay, $400 or $500 for a ticket. For a plane ticket, $400 or $500. It's nothing to them to pay $60 for a ride. because they just paid $400 or $500 for a ticket. $60 ain't gonna, it's psychology. They'd be like, oh, $60 is way lower than that $400 or $500 I just paid, but the driver's getting like $13 out of the 60.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, wait a minute. It's like, and that's the psychology of airport. Because one time I did a ride $18 to the airport from baseline. I'm right by my house. I'm like, $18, I'll take it, whatever. Normally I charge about $35, $40. I'll do it for 18 because I'm up in it. It was late night. Dude paid $52 for that ride. I got $18 out of the 52. I should have known better. I was like, you know what? They got me on that one. I should have been like, you know what, man? How much you pay for this? How much? He'd be like $50. I tell you what, man, I'll do it for 40. You know, that's what I charge anyways. But I wanted to help somebody. I'll stop being nice to these people on the apps. These apps ain't nice to us.
Yeah.
It's like, man. Yeah, but no, I see my man Eric on here. I'm gonna get Eric up, man. Because I know.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you go and I'll listen to Eric and everybody out there, man. Just if you're not doing private rides, you're losing out, man. That's all I can say is you're just losing out.
Oh, hell yeah, man. And definitely, like I said, if you want to hear Bighorn Kev stories and stuff like that, make sure you subscribe to his channel, Bighorn Kev. I'm telling you, he's got some amazing logic, man. What'd you say about the wood shop?
Well, said so? You know what? Back in my military days, they always told me that, hey, if you can't flatter them with knowledge, baffle them with bullshit. So I can do both.
Hell no, that's funny shit. All right, bro. I'll see you later, my man. All right, Kev. Thanks for jumping on.
Later.
Man. All right, later. All right. Hey, Eric, are you out there? Because I keep saying I was going to bring you on. Eric, he's got a story to tell, man. Let's hear this. Eric. Hold up for a second. Let me drop this in the comments for Eric. We got to hear this. And because I think he's in Albuquerque right now. I don't know where he just said he was. He said he was somewhere. So we need to find out. Okay, cool. I just dropped the link for you, brother. I just dropped the link. Let's hear what you got going on out there, man. And make sure the phone is down a little bit so I don't echo too loud. But I still got my music playing in the background. Like this is gonna be the Eric introduction music right here. My man Eric, Triple EAZ. But as y'all soon about to find out, something special is going on with my man Eric. Let's see what has he got going, man. Pico de Gallo, 250 with 7 hours of driving. Oh, that's good. That's good. Right there. And that's not 250 with 7 hours is not bad, especially if you're doing a bunch of short rides. If I can make, let's say, if I could do 100 miles in 7 hours, I could do 100 miles and make $250. That's cool because most of my time I'm just spending declining rides. Like, forget it. But if I got to drive 250 miles and make $250, I'm not doing it. Like, oh yeah, wait, they're gonna lose it for all their contempt. Oh yeah, exactly. So where you at, Eric, man? Y'all gonna crack up at this Eric story. I want to hear this, man. What to say? Hey, that used to be my acceptance until I met Jeffrey on YouTube. Hey, we all had those high ARs. Oh yeah, man. And you know what was funny? People used to brag about their AR. That's how backwards this shit is. People say, oh yeah, man, I'm at 99% AR. Woo! Oh man, I'm at 100% still. I got you beat. No, you're an idiot. You're a bigger idiot. I be telling people, oh man, I'm at like 13% AR. And I would tell people a long time ago, AR is an indication on how good the offers are in your area. Your AR, if it's too high, the app is going to say we're overpaying these people. Because they're accepting everything. They're not negotiating nothing. The AR is too high. Look, everybody's at 90%. Everybody's at 80%. The AR is too high. We're sending out good. We need to get people to not take something to kind of determine on if we're overpaying or not. So when they start sending you shit rides and you start declining, they start seeing the point of elasticity now. Okay, people are declining more. Now they're only taking, 7 out of 10 rides. Okay, now people are declining more. There's only like 60%. Look at that, 6% here. So they know the point of elasticity for Eric. Once it hits 0 for Derek, it's going to hit 0 at some point. And they're going to know, okay, we broke him. So we know now that he's not accepting absolutely nothing under this amount. But, oh yeah, it has a huge conference for over 100K this week. Oh man, that's what I love about Vegas, man. Vegas be having them crazy conferences, man. Crazy conferences. Eric, where you at, man? I just put the link up. I ain't know where you're going. Yeah, that's why I'm not getting any rides. And I think it's like that. If these apps don't send me any rides, that means they know me not to play with me, because I'm not taking nothing less than $3, $4, $5 a mile, $10 a mile. I'm not taking no dollar a mile rides, $1.50. No. I'm not doing that, because at that point, like I said, to make $100,000, you got to drive 100,000 miles. To make $200, you got to drive 200 miles. I am not driving 200 miles for $200. I'm just not doing it. If I go 200 miles, I'm at least about $400-$500 minimum, $400-$500. Now I'll do 200 miles. But if you tell it, because that's fuel and time, opportunity cost, that's a lot. So if I'm going 200 miles, you got to hook me up for $400-$500. That's it. I mean, there was rides the other day going to Yuma, 3 hours away. Yuma, 3 hours. The app was paying $139 for 3 hours. That's 6 hours round trip. There and back. $139 for 6 hours total. There and back. You're using at least $50, $60 of that in just gas alone. So you're going all the way to Yuma and all the way back, $50 in gas, $140. So you're sitting there with $90 in your pocket, $90 for 6 hours of work. You're profiting $90, and that's gross profit, not even wear and tear and all that shit. So if that's what you're into, cool. Me, no. If I'm driving 6 hours there and back, I don't know, man. You might have to break me off with. And the truck is not happening. Guaranteed it's not happening in the truck, because that's like at least $1,000. That's $1,000 minimum. Grand. The car, I might do it for like $500-$600 in the car. I could do it for $500-$600 in the car. But the truck is not moving for less than $1,000. You want me to be on the road for 6 hours in that big ass truck? Oh, you got to pay me like a G. Because I can make that just putzing around town here. I get a $100 ride here, $80 ride. I do 10 of those a day. I ain't even left Phoenix. I can make $1,000 just putting around Phoenix. So why do I want to go all the way out of Phoenix and all the way back, a whole 7-hour day for $139? All that opportunity I'm giving up by leaving Phoenix. All that opportunity I'm driving away from for $139. Idiots take rides like that. I'm like, bro, there's no way you're going to Yuma, all the way to Yuma for $139. I mean, everybody I know would decline it. Nobody's doing it like that. Oh, yeah. Say, please have to connect to Wi-Fi. Okay, cool, Eric, cool. So Uber's always pinging me. I will never accept low-paying ride. In Las Vegas, knowing the back road saves times, I never use it 15 or 95. Oh, yeah. When I was out in Vegas, I would always use industrial or the frontage road on the other side of the highway, on the west side of that, because I used to live on Hacienda and Decatur. So I lived near Hacienda and Decatur on this little street called Doubleday, right back in the cut when Russell wasn't even a road yet. Russell was like, it was a power box and it was dirt road from where we were almost all the way to the strip. It was just dirt road. Well, it was a huge section of dirt road. And they didn't even, then when I was living there in 2004, 5, they built Russell Road out. So now Russell Road was like 2-3 lanes and it had traffic going back and forth. So I was like, oh shit, they built Russell Road out. It was like the construction was going on when I was living there. So they built Russell Road out. Now they got the whole stadium back there in my backyard where my backyard used to be on Doubleday. The stadium is sitting back there now. I'm like, this place is crazy. But I used to know all them little back roads, I used to cruise. And we'd be on motorcycles because Russell Road was where we used to take the motorcycles and do wheelies. We do wheelies all because there was no cars on Russell Road. It was like a dead road. It was like the power box was back there and it was just a long street with street lights on it, but nobody was back there because the street stopped and it became a dirt road. So we go on Russell, we pop wheelies all the way up and down Russell all night. Now Russell's like Tropicana. It's like a major street now. It's like, damn. It was like, yeah, that's how long I've been out of Vegas, man. I left Vegas back in 2012 and they built Russell out in like 2005, something like that, 2003, 4, 5 when they built Russell out. But once they built Russell Road out, I was like, I'm out of here, man. And I moved all the way to Green Valley. I had to go somewhere quiet, man. Russell was too loud. And I was working like crazy hours on the strip and everything. So I was like, I can't even sleep over here, man. Russell was like a racetrack. Them cars be like, I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. So I did 500 a couple Fridays ago over 350 private rides, maybe 10 hours. Oh yeah. That's what it is, man. I tell folks, man, with private rides out here, we're scratching the surface right now. And a lot of people who know exactly what I'm talking about, because we've been doing these private rides, we know how to price them. And we know the point of elasticity where people are more likely to say yes than no. It's been a long time since I've been declined. On one of my offers. A very long time. I even recorded some of my offers when I was getting declined back when I used to do the apps all the time. Now it is rare. I know exactly how to price my rides because I've studied the market out here. I've seen Uber Black prices, Lyft Black prices. I've seen what other private drivers charge for certain things. I know exactly where to put my numbers. And sometimes, real talk, I'll put my number like a few dollars either above or below Uber Black or Black SUV, and they still pay me more anyways. They're like, oh man, shit, I appreciate that, man. Trying to save me some money. Man, yeah, Uber Black is charging, $74. I'll do it for like 65, 70 bucks. Man, here's $100. Just here's $100. Here's $100. Like, damn, appreciate that, man. Shit, Uber Black is gonna charge, 60, 70 bucks for this ride. Here's $100, man. I'm like, man, I appreciate that. So once you learn your market and you learn how to price your rides out here, it's very hard as an independent contractor for somebody to tell you what you're worth, because you've already went out there and you've operated in this market before. We're a hard group of drivers to fuck with, and I'm keeping it 100, man. I'm keeping 100. We're a very hard group of drivers to fuck with. A lot of channels out there, they don't know. They have no idea. They haven't been on a channel like this yet. They don't know what converting is. I still get, what do you mean by converting? We still see those comments all the time. What do you mean by converting? Like, what do you mean by that? And it's like, bro, this is what we mean by converting. When you say, this is not enough money for me. I will do the ride, but it's not enough money for me. If you want me to do it, this is how much it would cost you. Or you could just leave it on the app if you want to leave it on the app. And most people be like, you know what? Shit, $80. That's a deal. Let's go, $80. And you get there like yesterday. Oh, here's my man Triple E. Hold up for a second. Let me get the music down some. Y'all gonna love this. This is my man Eric, Triple E AZ in the building. What's good, brother? I can't hear you though. You got the microphone muted. Is your microphone muted? What's wrong? Wait a minute. See, go into your settings and see if the microphone is muted. I hear you. Nope, I don't hear you now. I don't hear you now. I thought I heard you a second ago. I'm like, bro, charge more so I can get paid. Yeah, just see if you can find that mute button or something on there, man. Because I got you live on here, but it's got to be something like a setting on the phone or something like that. Can you hear yourself? Can you hear me on it? I can't hear you though. Triple E is a giant. Yeah, it's something, man. Then make sure he has the YouTube turned off. Okay, you got to have the YouTube turned off or something like that. Make sure you have the YouTube turned off. Uh-oh, he froze. And he's back. Say something. Oh, he done took completely out now. Dang it. Let me put the link back in there real quick. Let's see it. Let's see if we can go back on the link. Make sure he's got the YouTube turned up. What it say? My trips are short. On Trip Radar, so I ride 50 minutes for $30, and some fool will accept that because people are desperate. Yeah. 50 minutes? Oh, I'm easily charging $100 for that. 50 minutes of driving. Now in my car, I might tell them 50 minutes, 65, 70 bucks. I'll do $65, $70 for 50 minutes, especially in Vegas, because usually it's traffic. Everybody's going like 20 miles an hour. That's it. You ain't really going nowhere. So you're going like 20 miles and you're getting like 60 bucks for it, going about $3 a mile. Vegas traffic, it sucks like that. A lot of lights, a lot of traffic built up on lights and everything. But in the truck, oh yeah, the opportunity cost. And I tell people, understand what opportunity cost is. Opportunity cost is the amount of money you could be making if you weren't doing this, if you were doing something else. Opportunity cost has value. And if it's a triple E, like, no speak English. So, opportunity cost is, let's say somebody said, hey, Jeff, I want you to do this for me for $300. Now, Uber and Lyft have to do something that'll supersede that 300, because if they can't supersede the 300, then I'd rather just make the 300. But if Uber and Lyft said, hey, Jeff, we're going to pay you $300 for 8 hours of driving a day. But somebody else says, hey, man, I'm going to give you $100 for 45 minutes of driving. $100 for 45 minutes means I got $200 more dollars I got to make, and I have another 7 hours to make it. And I can match what Uber says. So I'm going to take the $100 over to $300 for the 8 hours. I'm not doing $300 for 8 hours when I can do 145 minutes, because now my opportunity to find more deals like that is still on the table. So I felt the ground shaking when he was in. So always think about your opportunity cost, how much you can make if you were doing your own thing. Because if somebody wants to pay for your time, buy your time, use your resources for right now, and time is a very valuable resource, especially as a contractor. Somebody wants to use that time, they have to make it worth it. And you have to say, okay, so for how much? $50. You know what? I can make 130 an hour just driving on the apps. So I could sit here and drive Lyft, put it on Lyft Black and go sit somewhere, and I can make about $130 an hour driving them. So why would I do it for $50 an hour for you? It's like, I have a friend that might do it for $50 an hour. I can give you his number, but I couldn't do it for $50 an hour. Oh man, we wanted to ride in a black SUV. It was going to cost you like $100 an hour. Otherwise, I'd rather take the risk of Uber and Lyft sending me something, because they'll end up giving me surge. They'll end up giving me some black SUV ride. A lot of times by the hotels I'm by, business people are here and they're doing their own business. So they'll be like, oh man, you get a $35 black SUV ride, $35, you go like 5 miles. Cool, I'll do that. $35 for 5 miles, I'll do that. Usually I don't even try to convert those. I mean, $7 a mile, whatever. They probably paid $10 a mile. They probably, for that, they probably paid $50. No, that's crazy. Thank you, Bighorn Caves. Says, hey, when I was on your live stream, I picked up 2 more rides for Thursday and Saturday. As I always say, it pays to listen to Jeff. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, Bighorn, man. Much love on that, man. Much love on the support, man. Because like I said, and I do this, man, because I believe in the power of synergy and the power of helping each other out. And I sit on these lives, and I'm glad that, you know, you get a chance to get on a live stream, showing people how to do private rides, to believe in yourself and trust yourself the way we do it. Because I tell people, Kevin's not a luxury car driver. He's not a black SUV driver, but he bangs, 4 rides, $250 on just random days because his service level is up there. When he gets his service, okay, cool, brother. All right, sorry, some of my connection, all settings show good. I'll let you know then. All right, bet. This is Uber don't pay enough and Lyft even worse. I know that's that song, Get the Fuck Out My Car. But like I said about Kev, man, and it's like we got real, true facts on this channel. No rhetoric, no fantasy. Everything that happens on this channel, it really happens. And I like to show people what really happens, because when you see it happening and somebody explains to you how they got from point A to point B, you see if it's doable or not. We can come up with rhetoric and we can come up with fantasy numbers. We can throw stuff out there all day, but it's going to be hard to come up with something that's never been done before. And you can throw ideas and illusions out there and it's not going to be done. But if you got people out there that really show how it's done, and they're really showing you, this is what we do, this is how we do it. This entire channel, man, I tell folks, and I'm glad that Kev support the channel, man. I really am. Like I said, I owe you a shirt, brother. I got to get you that buzzer beater shirt, man. I'm gonna make yours buzzer beaters 2025. I'm 2024, you 2025. But I want to make sure that, when people listen to this channel, the material on here is great material. It's gonna help you get money. If this is what you're here for, if you're just here to be entertained or to try to put down drivers or to make people feel less than, this channel might not work for you. Everybody here is an independent contractor. Everybody here rises to the occasion. Everybody rises to their level of service, no matter what they drive. So it's hard to put a cap on people at the barbecue. There's nobody here that can be capped. I'll tell you that right off the bat. There's nobody can walk up and cap anybody in the chat. First thing you're gonna say is, I make what I make. I'm gonna go out and speak for myself, make my own money. Nobody can be capped at the barbecue. This has never been a channel like that, ever. We always say sky's the limit. If you do your own thing, sky's the limit. When you start driving on Uber and Lyft, they're going to cap you per hour. Uber and Lyft will cap you at how much they think you're worth an hour. Even though they're charging people marked up fees, they're charging people surge, they're charging people schedule fees, they're charging people airport fees, but they're capping you. So when all these Uber and Lyft little pets from other channels come on our channel, no, nobody over here gets capped at what we make. Oh, Uber going to cap you at $26 an hour. No, Uber's going to cap you at $26 an hour. Because if they get in my car, I'm going to tell them how much I charge. And if they don't want it, guess what? Get the fuck out. My car. But it's like, if they want to ride, cool. We can talk. Here's my business card. This is how you can pay me. You can pay me on Cash App. You can pay me on Venmo. You can pay me straight cash, whatever it takes. But we're not going to allow somebody to sit here and cap us just like these apps want to do. They want to cap us. per day. Well, you can only make this much per day if you work 10 hours. You can only make this much per day if you work 8 hours. The opportunity is there. How much do you think you can make in a day? If you think you can make this much in a day, you got to put yourself in that environment to make it. Go to Scottsdale, go to Gilbert, go up to Cave Creek, go to Fountain Hills, go where you think you can make the most money for the services you're willing to put out there. And if you're not willing to do it, then you're going to be on the apps and you're going to be capped. But if you believe in your level of service, you're willing to invest in yourself, invest in your gas tank, invest in tires and all that, go sit yourself in Fountain Hills. And you tell Fountain Hills right off the bat, well, I could just put this on Uber and only pay $38. Well, go on Uber then. I bet you're going to be sitting for the next 2 hours. I'm telling you right now in front of you, I'll take you all the way to Scottsdale from here for $60. I'll do it for $60. I'll take you all the way to Old Town for $60. Well, I can just get on Uber for 38. All right, now I'm going to keep eating my burrito, man. Enjoy yourself. An hour later, you're going to see that dude still sitting on his phone. Man, people keep declining and can't, because ain't nobody driving way up here and picking you up in those $38 that you pay on Uber, because they going to mess around and get $19 or $20 out of that. And I'm just telling you right off the bat, $60, I'll take you all the way down there, because I'm going to probably turn around and come back my damn self. So it's like, but a lot of people, they don't see it. They want to sit there and play these games of, well, I could do this on Uber. Then do it. Because I'm just trying to give you a deal. I'm trying to let you get there now in a safe car where you won't get assaulted, beat up, smacked, cussed out and all that. That's not going to happen to you right now. But if you want to go out there and try the Uber game, try the Lyft game, knock yourself out. I charge $75 to airport from Fountain Hills. Oh, that's not a bad rate. Because like I said, I know I'm from that area. I'm from like Shea and the 101. So when I'm at Shea and the 101, from Shea and the 101 to the airport, I charge between $60 and $75, depending on which clients I'm taking. Because some clients, I got a lot of people with a lot of luggage. So I charge $60, $75 from Shea and 101 to the airport, or airport to Shea and 101. So that's not a bad rate. It's not a bad rate because it's right along of what I'm doing anyways. All you're doing is just going further down Shea. It's no big deal. And especially, like I said, you don't have to do black SUV. You can just do a regular SUV, regular car, and it's good money. Because guess what the app's gonna pay you for that? Probably about $24. $18 to $24 what the app's gonna pay you for that same ride. And you're gonna be like, oh man, shit, I had to go to Fountain Hills or to the airport. I'd be saying them $24, $28 off the Fountain Hills. I'm like, you out your damn mind. Like, ain't no way possible. So yeah, I use the Beeline. Oh yeah, you could do that too. And you come up the back way. That's a lot easier right there. If you just hit the 202, you hit Beeline from the 202 and just straight up, it's no lights. Because if you're taking the 101 to Shea, yeah, you can hit a whole bunch of lights. You're like, holy shit. Instead of just straight highway, hit that Beeline, it's straight highway. You got one light by where they burn the trash at right there. That's the one light you got to deal with. Other than that, it's just a straight run. Yep, that's it. 87. That's the Beeline right there. 87, man. But now, like I said, I'm glad we got a lot of smart drivers on this channel, because 444 is 50 rides, which is some Uber drivers are so desperate they're doing this. An Uber driver told me he has no choice. And that's what I'm saying. Uber and Lyft know that they got some of these drivers by the balls. And this is how it happened. These drivers got into a poverty spiral. They got on Uber and Lyft. That's why I said, study the math of rideshare before doing Uber and Lyft. Exactly what you just said, attract success. That's what the title of this is all about. You said they have no choice. Study the math of rideshare. Anybody who's never done rideshare before should be at the barbecue going, what are y'all talking about? I want to drive Uber or Lyft. Know the math of rideshare first, because you're going to give up a percentage of private rides. You don't give up a percentage. It's all you. Private rides is you. But any app you use, you're going to give up a cut of money. Understand the math of the cut of money you're giving up. You're going to get different rates for different apps. Understand which apps to say no to rides to. Understand which apps to say yes to certain rides to. The moment you start saying, well, I don't have a choice. You're in a poverty spiral right there. Now they got you. When you're doing it on autopilot because you feel you don't have a choice, you might as well just turn your apps on auto accept. Just don't even put it on manual. Just put it on auto accept. You ain't got no choice. Put it on. You are a robotic pigeon. A robotic pigeon for your entire shift. By the time you end your shift, you're going to end up with $180, $200, but you've done 34 rides. No bonus, no surge. Because what they do when you're on autopilot is they make sure they give you the next ride to your app before you hit the surge zone. They make sure when I used to do that, I used to be like, oh man, I'm in the middle of this thing. Let me just turn on auto accept real quick. So I turn auto accept off so fast. Because what they would do, because I'm like, okay, I got to do like, 40 rides, 40 short rides. I could just do 40 short rides. They would send you nature hikes, auto accept nature hikes, no surge, no nothing. As soon as you turn the app off, you put last ride on, you end the ride. As soon as you end the ride, you're sitting a block away from a $10 surge. They didn't want you to have that. So what do? You drive to the surge, hurry up and turn your app on. It might drop down to $8, but at least you got 8 and not nothing. Now you can sit there and start going for a surge. You can go for a smaller, shorter ride now. $8 plus $4, $12, 2-3 miles. Cool, do it. $12, 2-3 miles on the app, the rideshare app, is better than on the delivery app. Because $12 for 3 miles on delivery is gonna take you about 38 minutes. Because you gotta wait for the food. 38 minutes, you done made $12 in 38 minutes. Now, $12 for 3 miles on the actual app, it might take you about 8-9 minutes. So you just did 8 or 9 minutes, $12, you ready for your next ride already. You do it on Uber Eats, 38 minutes later, you finally dropping off that hot dog. You're like, yeah, man, 3 miles is all it is, bro. I'm doing $4 a mile, $4 a mile. Yeah, but you're doing like $15 an hour, and it's not good. Because if you're doing 9 in every 9 minutes, if you get $12 every 9 minutes, you do that like probably 5 times. You can do that 5 times in an hour. So you're getting $45 an hour. So you went from $15 an hour doing Uber Eats to $45 doing it as rides. That's why I say you can't always look at miles. You got to structure. What am I doing? What am I doing? So, okay, I'm doing rides. I could do it. I'm doing Uber Eats. I can't do it. I need $27, $30 orders. I can't sit there and do no $12 orders because $12 orders is taking 30 minutes. You're making $24 an hour, but I'm only driving 6 miles total. Whatever, man, whatever. You ain't doing it. Bighorn did one airport to Enterprise at Hayden and Rainbow for $75. Give me a nice Ben Franklin. Yep. That was it, man. That was it. See, we still winning even though we losing. I say, a lot of drivers in Vegas fighting for those $4.44 rides. That's just bad. That's bad. $4.44. That's bad. There's no way. That's bus fare. And I'm gonna tell you something about Vegas. In Vegas, $4.44 in a city where at any given moment, just a group of people around you, the aggregate group of people around you, probably sitting on at least $30,000-$40,000 in cash and credit at any given moment. You can have a small pot of people around you in Vegas. It's $30,000-$40,000 in cash and credit just sitting right there. You in the elevator with people with $100,000 sitting in the safe downstairs ready to go gamble. Vegas is the weirdest city ever. It's like a dreamland. You could be sitting next to somebody that's throwing $25,000 away just because, they ain't got shit else to do today. They don't go downstairs and bet 20 grand on a game right now. Vegas is the weirdest place. I lived there for 15 years of my life. 15 years of my life. I can go St. Louis. If I went to St. Louis right now, I stood around a pot of people. It might be about $4,000 or $5,000 worth of cash and credit in that pot of people. $4,000 or $5,000, and the average credit score to be about 500 maybe. You go to Vegas, you got 4 or 5 people around you. You might be sitting next to the beverage manager who's just out with his girlfriend right now. Got a Ferrari parked in the garage. You have no idea who you're around in Vegas. Vegas is crazy like that. And people be like, oh man, I got $1,000 tip. No, you didn't. First thing asked, was it in Vegas? Yeah. Okay, it's possible. I've seen people win money. Oh man, oh hell yeah. Win $24,000. $1,000 tip for the dealers. $1,000 tip for the dealers. Damn, dude just won 24 G's, man. $1,000 tip for that shit is nothing in Vegas. You have no idea who you around. No idea. Exactly. In Vegas, $100 tips is like a $20 tip anywhere else. $100 tip in Vegas is a $20 tip anywhere else because it's weird. It is. I had to get my sons out of there. I worked casino. I was in the casino. I was Caesar's Palace, Stratosphere, American Wagering, Bally Gaming. I was with Templeton Gaming. I was with all the casinos. That's what I did for a living. Mirage, MGM. I was with them people. And I'm like, this shit's a dream. I was with Sunterra and Diamond Resorts. I was with all the, and I was like, you know what? I got to get my sons out of here because this shit's unreal. This is unreal. There's no rhyme or reason for how much money is in Vegas. No rhyme or reason. You got kids out there 25, 26 years old buying Maseratis fresh off the lot because they just hit it big in a sports book earlier that day. It's crazy. So I was like, yeah, let me get up out of Vegas. Vegas is a little extra. I might get $100 tip in Los Angeles. To get $100 tip in LA, I might have to shake that ass. Motherfucker, hey, Daytona out, his ass standing out on curb. You out there on Sepulveda, motherfucker like this, that's Sepulveda. Like, is that motherfucker over there twerking? Motherfucker, Uber driver twerking and shit, got an Uber light. It's like, man. But hey, I'm telling you, man, Vegas is crazy like that, man. Made 400 on the app and 120 cash tips because full-time drivers are protested. Oh, yeah. And Valentine's Day, I said, we only doing private rides. That's it. We only doing private rides. That's it, man. And Vegas is one of the cities, like, I never did rideshare in Vegas. What I did in Vegas is I did just private rides. I had the Escalade. I had the Mercedes. I even had my Trailblazers all kitted out. It was all nice and everything. I only did private rides. That's it. Apps weren't even out yet when I was in Vegas. If I had to drive Vegas right now, shit, I would stay away from the Strip. I would be way out in Summerlin. I'd be at Red Rock. I'd be at Green Valley Ranch. Man, I'll be doing nothing but private rides. That's it. All private rides. I wouldn't even touch, and far away from the Strip. This is, man. So MGM where Pie got shot. Oh, yeah. And I was like, man, I would have to get away from the Strip because that traffic, man, that would irritate me. Just sitting there, But I remember one time I was on the Strip. I had a yellow CBR $600R. Yellow CBR 600. I'm sitting on the Strip, and we're right in front of like where the McDonald's used to be on the Strip, across from New York. There used to be a McDonald's right there. So we were all parking our motorcycles right there. This was back like in '98. We were all parking our motorcycles right there. Don't you know, sitting in traffic, going nowhere, a whole pod of bikes, like 15 of us, my bike decides to overheat. I mean, it was coolant leaking out the front of the motorcycle. The police, the mountain bike police came over. It was smoking shit pouring from up under my bike and everything. We had to pull over, park in front of that McDonald's right there. Parked in front of the McDonald's, had to wait till my bike cooled all the way off just so I could take the radiator cap off, put a ton of water in there, waited till traffic died down, and I drove that bike home fast as shit. It never overheated again. But it's like my fan locked up. Like the radiator fan wouldn't turn on. We were just sitting in traffic, and all of a sudden I'm like, I see my temperature gauge, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? All of a sudden, just coolant coming out of the overflow, dropping right on the ground in front of the bike, is hitting the exhaust. So I smoke starting to pull up. I'm like, oh shit, man. Out of everybody, it was me. And my bikes never have problems, ever have. That day, it was me. And I'm like, oh. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I ain't taking my bike on the Strip no more. But then I learned at that point also how to wire an auxiliary fan to my bike. So what I did is I put a toggle switch. So, because in Vegas, summertimes it's hot out there. So instead of waiting on the automatic fan to kick on, I would have a toggle switch. So I'd hit this button and my fan would just kick on whenever I want to. So I had I can always never run overheated again. I'll say, that shit was embarrassing. You got all these cars around, all these girls, all these convertibles, all these people, and I'm sitting on a big ass yellow CBR, just smoke pouring from up under it. I was like, oh, hell. Never again. I'm putting an auxiliary switch on my bike. Never again. That's the thing. I was on the Strip for too much. I would get there about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and leave at 11 o'clock at night every damn day for years. When 5 o'clock hit, my day just really started. I'd get there at 7 in the morning, start accounting and everything else like that. 5 p.m. hit, all the hourly people like, all right, man, see you guys tomorrow, man. You guys have a great night. Oh, yeah, I got some cousins in town. I'm going out. And we all sitting like, okay, we got a meeting in about probably 30 minutes. Once everybody leaves, we have a meeting in 30 minutes. We run reports. We get all the reports run. We get all the shit. And we're still there till like 10, 11 at night. Everybody's gone home. And it's only like maybe 6 of us left. About 6 of us left in the whole finance department. 6 of us are left. Everybody else is gone. So, of course, we get free lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we can go downstairs and eat dinner for free wherever we want to eat because we're accounting. You eat wherever. You can go eat at the nicest restaurant in there if you feel like it, have it brought up to your office, whatever. That was the one perk about it. I got to eat wherever I wanted to eat. I didn't have to worry about, spending money on food. So my grocery bills were very low back then. My refrigerator stayed empty. It was like milk, chocolate chip cookies, fudge rounds, maybe some hamburgers and hot dogs. It was basic shit in my refrigerator because I ate at the casinos. Like every day was just where I ate. That's just where I ate. But now it's like, yeah. After working that lifestyle, man, I had to be done with that shit. I had to be done with it. The best part of Las Vegas is the buffets. The worst part is the goddamn heat during the summer. Same with Arizona, man. Same with Arizona. But I ended up, when I was done, done with Las Vegas. I decided to go back to St. Louis for a while, open up a mechanic shop, do my thing out there. Enjoyed it. It was decent. St. Louis was decent. It taught me and my sons a lot, this and that. And I had to bring them back to, because like I said, Vegas was crazy wild. It was where one day you could probably have like $1,000 in your hand, and the next day you got like 20,000. It was crazy like that. Like it was not even a real place. It was just wasn't real. You didn't have to stress in Vegas. You only stressed if you hung out with stressful ass people. I had a stressful job and I still didn't stress. Everybody's like, dude, you never get mad about nothing. Why should I? I have too much money to fucking stress. It's like, I rent 2 houses because I just got enough money to rent 2 houses. I don't have to. I just do it because I just don't feel like driving across town. So I go to this house tonight. I might have my other house got the cars at it. I go over there and I just take one of the cars out of that garage. I might sleep there for 2 or 3 nights, take one of those cars and bring it back to the other house. It's like, just crazy. Vegas was crazy, man. It was a crazy place. So now I'm like, hey, now I'm enjoying the fruits of all the stressful days in Vegas I had. I wake up and say, hooker gave me $100 Bellagio chip. I love Las Vegas. Hell yeah. She's like, here, babe. Thank you so much. You go right to the cage with that shit. Hey, is this chip real? Like, oh, sure. Here you go. $100. Give it to me in 20s, please. Like, all right. Nobody takes hundreds. But now, I just, like I said, I was cruising the Jeep. The truck is dirty. I went to the grocery store today in the dirty truck. Never happened before. Truck was completely covered in dust and raindrops. Never drove that truck so dusty. But I got to run to the store real quick, get some stuff for this pool because I'm cleaning out my pool right now. Which reminds me, I got to order these damn pool filters, man. This shit's crazy. This is great because I've been trying my best. I really been trying my best to clean this damn pool. And the pool filters I got came with the house. I bought the pool in I bought the house in 2019. I had the exact same pool filters, but you can rewash them because they look like, I'll tell you what they look like. This is what my pool filters look like. They look like that. They're tall. They're 4 really tall pool filters, really big. Now, these things run about $200 something a set. I found a set for $115. And I've been, like I said, these are dilapidated. They're falling apart. The ribs on the side are all weathered and shit like that. But I'm using them to get the last of the algae out before I swap them out. So I'm gonna order these right now. $115 gone, man. Just fucking gone. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna spend it and okay, cool. I'll do it on that. $124.89. Shit. I'm gonna spend it in power. If I don't get new filters, I'm gonna have like a $300-$400 power bill because I'd rather spend the $125 right now. Spend the $125. So I ordered it. They're on the way. So I'll spend the $125 right now to get the new filters in, or I got to keep running the pump nonstop because the filters get clogged real quick because the fins aren't holding up because everything's like dilapidating and closing all the time. So the $125 is going to actually save me hundreds of dollars because I don't have to run the pump. The pump will stay open, clean. It'll get all the algae out. It'll get everything done. And I only have to hose it out maybe twice all summer. Right now, I'm outside hosing them filters off 3 times a day. That's how bad they are. I could do it either 3 times all summer or 3 times a day every single day. I got to take the fucking whole housing off, clean everything, put it all the way back together again 3 times a day, every single day versus 3 times a summer. Because once the fins are all flappy, they start suctioning into each other. Then water can't go through them. Once water can't go through them, what up, Adolphus, my brother? Once water can't go through them, the pump has to keep running. And that's like less pass through. So the pump is overworking, and there's nothing really going through the pump because all the fins are stuck together. Versus there, the ribs are strong and they're keeping the fins apart. Right now, the rims are all cracked. The ribs are all cracked and everything's all jacked up because they're like 6-year-old filters in there right now. They did their job. I'm gonna retire them. I just ordered some new ones. I'll retire them. But this is the part about owning a house, man, and having a pool. I tell people, you probably don't want to buy a house with a pool if you don't know how to fix stuff and you don't want to fix stuff. Or like, I could go out to a nightclub and party and drink $125 worth of alcohol, or spend it fixing my damn pool so I don't have to be out there 3 times a day rinsing out the thing. I can only do it 3 times a summer, and my power bill is going to be so much lower because I run that pump and it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing because them filters ain't working right now, man. It's like, shit. What up, Kev? This is Chicago. Glad I made it to the live stream today. Glad you made it to the live too, brother. We've been in here for almost 2.5 hours, kicking it. A lot of good information. So once we're done with the live stream, you can go all the way back to the beginning and play it over. There's some really good information in the beginning. We had some fun chats about math in the very beginning. What up, Melly Mel, my brother? And one guy commented on one of my live streams a long time. He's somebody who was new to the channel. He didn't know. He was like, oh man, I'm watching your live stream, but it sounds like you're like repeating stuff. I'm like, yeah, because my live streams are not just 1 hour. My live streams are 3-4 hours. So the people you see early on, they didn't get the same information. So sometimes I'll talk about something again 2-3 hours later because it's all new people in there. These are all different people. And I can tell when people are different because I can see all the new names now. So not a lot of podcasters will go 4 hours sitting in a chair. You don't find that often on YouTube. Every live stream I do is at least 3-4 hours. I've done a 7-hour live stream. Podcasters only go for an hour. They don't spend a lot of time with people. They don't even talk to the chat. I'm with the chat all the time. We talking about topics. We're covering stuff. I can always chop the live stream up later and do something else with it, but I spend time with y'all. I spend time with everybody. Yeah, Kev, you can stay with us now, but you can go back and check it out. But like I said, man, not a lot of podcasters will spend time with y'all and chat with y'all and talk to y'all, making sure y'all got the money, acknowledging y'all existence. We're all business owners together in this, man. And a lot of these YouTubers, they think they above it, man. They think they above it. And I'm like, if we all in these streets together trying to make this money, trying to make ends meet, trying to make smart business moves, then we in this together. Ain't nobody above nobody. And I've been one of those people who always, even though, you know, I used to be an executive a long time ago, I look at myself as a driver right now. I'm a driver. When I'm making moves, I'm making driver moves. I'm talking to people out in the streets. All right, Mr. Track Success. Good night, lady. Tell your cousin Faith I said what's up and thanks for the referral. And I tell people I'm a driver. So when I'm out there and I'm chatting with people in the streets out there in the public, I present myself as a driver, not better than that. Because if I talk about myself as if I'm better than a driver, I'm better than the drivers, I'm better. Then when they do meet another driver, they're going to think, oh, I met somebody who's better than you. No, we're all the same. We all can give great service. It don't matter what car we're in. We can all give great service. Get everybody's phone number because I may not be able to pick you up every Friday at noon. I probably can't do it. I could probably do it once or twice a month. But if you got 3 or 4 other good drivers, Jeff, can you pick me up tomorrow at noon? Oh man, I got to climb. Never mind. I'll call Faith because I usually, okay, cool. Yeah, she's cool. I know her. I know Faith. Oh yeah, we'll call her. Yeah, bet. No problem. One day, hey, Faith says she can't pick me up tomorrow. Can you pick me up tomorrow? I can come get you tomorrow. Oh, cool. And that's what we do. We're all a community of drivers together. Once we're a community of drivers together, we can't be touched. There's no app out there that can touch us. No app can touch us because we all standing up for each other. We all doing this shit together. And it's too many people out there want to act like we want to pull certain drivers out of the pool of drivers and say, well, you're not like us. We're all who we are. We know we're not a pigeon. We got pigeons on the apps. Those are the pigeons on the apps. We're trying to save them from being pigeons because if we can change the pigeons into being smarter drivers, it only saves money for our community. The pigeons right now are helping the apps eradicate us by taking shit rides to give them the profits. I'm like, get the pigeons in here so the pigeons can learn what we do. When the pigeons learn what we do, they can stop being pigeons. We want the pigeons in here. Come on over. I don't want to kick you out. Sometimes, no, I just leave it on the app. Whatever, man. Get the fuck on out of here. But at some point, you're going to wisen up and say, you know what? Let me go check out this shit. They did my private rides. Next thing you know, they're like, dude, I did my first private ride today, man. This shit was crazy. I did $50 and the dude was cool. I was getting like $14, man. Dude gave me $50. This shit felt cool. Now you're a driver now. Now you're addicted to making that money the right way now. Now you're like, okay, I see how y'all doing it. Y'all telling the people the truth. Yeah, we tell the people the truth. And with the truth, they say, I want to use you as my driver. How can I do that? Here's my business card. Okay, I got to go to the airport tomorrow. Can you pick me up tomorrow? Can I schedule you right now? Can you pick me up tomorrow? I can pick up tomorrow. What time? It's like 7 a.m. Not a problem. I'll set my alarm right now for 5 o'clock in the morning. Car will be clean. Drink you some water, this and that. And next thing you know, bam, we're there. We're there. So I tell folks, man, it's one people out there. Exactly. It's like ride service 100%, ride share 30% or less. Yeah, exactly. And I tell folks, man, if you want to be one of those people out there who want to really capitalize on your potential, the barbecue is where you need to be, because we talk about capitalizing on your potential. We're not the apps. We're not going to hold you back. Uber's going to tell you they're only going to pay you so much an hour. Lyft's going to only pay you so much an hour. Here, you learn exactly how to capitalize on what you feel you're worth. If you don't want to capitalize on what you're worth and you want to stay a pigeon, I ain't going to hold it against you. But don't set up no GoFundMe talking about my car broke down. Can anybody? No, because we gave you the information and the tools to help you when you got to that point that you could fix it. You could go buy yourself another set of brakes. Go buy yourself a whole nother tail light if your tail light fell out. Go buy yourself another door handle of the door. We have ways to help you on this channel. But if you just decline the ways and you don't want the ways, you cannot put it on none of us and say, well, you guys are just mean drivers. You guys are mean. No, we're not mean drivers. We're trying to help you, help your community. Thank you, Mr. Phil. Fill in the blanks. Sustain, Jeff. I will start doing private rides here in St. Louis. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm from Kirkwood. I know how it is, man. I'm from Kirkwood High, man. Old ass school, way out in the West, Meacham Park. But I tell folks, man, in St. Louis, you want to get your private clients from DePere. You want to get them from Clayton. Find you some clients that take the taxis or take Ubers in Clayton to and from courts all the time, attorneys, things like that. That's where you want to get your private clients from. Go to Clayton, let people know. Thank you, Jamil, my brother. And let people know in Clayton, hey, I'm an attorney. I come here every day. I don't like fighting for parking. I hate doing parking, or I'm an employee of the courts. Cool. Clayton is where you're going to get a lot of your clients from. People that don't want to park over there. If you got to go to court, you can even, because you're in St. Louis, you can run ads on your page. If you have to go to city of Clayton to pay a ticket, if you got to go to Clayton to family court, if you got to go to courts in Clayton, book me for your ride so you don't have to fight for parking. You don't have to find parking. I will drop you off and I will come pick you up from the Clayton courthouse. You don't got to deal with all that. Everybody hates Clayton because half the people trying to go to Clayton ain't even got good plates. So you're going to get impounded going to Clayton trying to go to court. Clayton is like, it's shooting fish in a barrel. Advertising your channel. I do court runs at Clayton. If you just got to go down there and drop off some paperwork, why you fighting for parking? All you got to do is go down there and drop off some paperwork. I can cruise down there, drop you off. I can hit the corner. You could text me, hey, I just dropped off the paperwork. The filing is in there. I'll swing back, pick you up. Bam, $45 real quick. You only had to go like, 7-8 miles, $45, took you like 30, 40 minutes. Good, done deal. Clayton, man, anybody that lives around a courthouse, like Clayton is a whole city of just court. To me, that's what it is. This is court. That's where you can make a ton of money at. If you go to areas where people are doing like shopping, you can, like, if you out in Frontenac, you tell people that want to go to Frontenac, hey, don't go to Frontenac. If you need to go to Frontenac, hit me up. I'll drop you off. I'll, at the mall, I'll pick you up. And when you're done with the mall, that way you're going to leave your nice ass Porsche outside where somebody can like do a smash and grab on your Porsche. Don't take your Porsche to the mall. I'll take you. I'll cruise, pick you up from town and country, drive you over to Frontenac. You can do all your shopping. Call me when you're done. I'm just sitting there eating or something like that. Hey, we'll be done in about 30 minutes. All right, I'll be there to pick you up. And if you're taking them people to Frontenac, it's $100 round trip, $100. And they ain't got to worry about their car being outside. They ain't got to worry about shit. You could take care of people, man. You could help people out in St. Louis, man. It's a lot of people out there who probably want a private driver who they don't trust the apps. They don't trust the apps to begin with. So right now you're in a good city where crime is high, but you're a trusted source. You're a trusted piece of transportation. So if you're a trusted piece of transportation, they don't want to take the trams. They don't want to take Uber. They don't want to take Lyft. You can make a killing in that city, man. St. Louis is where you can really do shit, man. Pigeons, we're going to rehabilitate you much the barbecue. Oh, it's funny. We gonna really be able to take you. Watch the barbecue, man. And that's the thing, man. And that's what's funny, man. I see Pedro out there in St. Louis, but he ain't doing it right, man. If I was in St. Louis with a truck like that, shit, I would not be doing no $5 DoorDash orders just to entertain motherfuckers on the internet. I'd be like, dude, I'm making almost a G a day. How? I bet you ain't getting a G a day on YouTube. You probably getting about, maybe $90 a day off YouTube channel, $80 a day off a YouTube channel. Why are you getting $70, $80 a day off a YouTube channel? Because he's got a pretty big channel. If he's getting $70, $80 a day off a YouTube channel, that's about $3,400 a month he's making. $3,400 a month. We can make that shit in 3-4 days doing what we do. Real shit. We can make $3,400 in 3-4 days if we hit the events right. If we know exactly where to go. We don't gotta wait 30 days to make that much. Not with these trucks. We don't gotta wait 30 days. You can go a week. You can make almost $3-4 grand in just a week of driving sporadic days in these big ass trucks hitting airports and shit like that. Events, airports. You can do that in a truck. So for him to wait 30 days to do that, but in the meantime of him waiting for that, he's screwing on with these hot dogs and hamburgers and pizzas and shit. It's like, bro, you ain't using that truck for its full potential. You holding your people back, man. You holding your people back. Get your people on that channel to realize if you want to invest in some heavy duty equipment, you want to invest in some good making money equipment. Because like I said, you could do that shit in the 1995 tempo. You could do all that delivery shit in the 95 tempo. They won't even care. Beat up a tempo. Don't beat up no damn, Tahoe for $5 orders. It's like, come on, man. This is business, bro. This is business. It's like, oh, motherfucker, I'm doing my thing in this. I'm cruising in this. I'm going to go pick up a burrito in my leathered out Tahoe, pick up a burrito. I'm going to drop that shit off at the college. Then I'm going to go by the hospital, drop off some Panera bread. No, not in that Tahoe, man. You got to do something different with that big ass truck. You got to go out there and show people how that thing could be used. You'll surprise yourself. You'll be looking at YouTube like, bro, I cannot believe I'm only making that on YouTube, but I could drive my truck and damn near triple that shit in this truck. Holy shit, this is crazy. Opportunity costs, man. Opportunity costs. Screwing around with hot dogs and Panera bread when you could be using that truck for what it's used for. But that's just me, though. I'm a businessman. I'm not a YouTube entertainer. I happen to do YouTube, but I'm a businessman at heart. I'm a businessman who happens to have a degree in accounting. No numbers. I love numbers. But I know business before I know anything else. I just so happen to have a YouTube channel, and I spit that business to people on YouTube, and I hope that engages them to think just a little bit to say, you know what? You might got something here. Let me try something different. You ain't never going to know till you try. You're never going to know because nothing's going to ever work with you just thinking about it. At some point, you've got to execute. You've got to get out and do it. Think about it, plan it, consider it. Like I said, I emailed these people today about some insurance because I'm going to tell you about multiple driver insurance with workers' comp involved. And I'm going to tell you exactly how much they quoted me. I'm waiting on it to come back. When it comes back, and I'm going to let you know how much they would charge me as a driver with 2 vehicles in my fleet for commercial insurance and workers' comp. And then I'm going to say, okay, so how much for 4 drivers in my fleet? How much for 5? And there's a way that we can go out and do this without using apps. We could do it and get workers' comp. So if you get hurt, you can get paid while you're hurt. You trip on the way, dropping somebody off. You step out and you twist your ankle by mistake. Guess what? That's workers' comp. Your people just saw you get hurt. The people you picking up, oh, you're okay? Yeah, just think I twisted my ankle. Ankle starts swelling up. Hit up insurance, workers' comp. What was you doing? I was dropping off a client today. My client named such and such. This is her phone number so you can verify this and this. Okay, now next you sit at home getting $600-$700 a week. Just sitting at home. You ain't doing nothing. So what are you gonna do? Sit at home. I'm sending my clients to other people. This and that. People are helping me out with my clients. I'm getting paid through workers' comp. This is why I hit this place up today because I need to know how can I take care of drivers who don't have no insurance, who have no way of having anything. The only way we get paid is if we own these apps, and we need to get off these apps. The only way we get paid is if how can I help people out? I'm looking up insurance plans. I'm looking up workers' comp plans. I'm looking up group plans. That's what I do when I'm not dealing with y'all. I'm helping people out. I'm trying. Not a lot of YouTube channels out there are looking up workers' comp plans for everybody. Not a lot of them are. They're out there just telling you where a surge is located. Or, how oh man, I got a $14 banger, bro. $14, 2 Dr. Peppers, 4 hot dogs. Man, this is crazy. This is a banger. I'm thinking, if this driver was to get hurt, how am I gonna take care of you, man? This is my channel. How is this channel gonna take care of you? Guess what? Call this company. This company offers people like us plans, and they're very affordable plans. Call this company. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm trying to do. And if I can link up with them, get them to do something, maybe they'll help me with this channel, because I do want this channel to grow. I want my other channel to grow. If these channels keep growing and we keep helping more drivers and everybody becomes more self-sustainable, we become a strong force, man. The barbecue is going nuts. We're going to be over here cooking. Anybody want money, they're going to have to come over here. Anybody want to know how to really do this business, they're going to have to come over here. And there's a lot of people that we're going to be involved with. Like I said, when I start doing my consulting, I will be dealing closely with a lot of different drivers now. With the consultant, I will be dealing closely with them. And as I'm dealing with them, hopefully they will eventually become a guest on my channel to let us know how exactly they're doing what they're doing. People like Bighorn Kev telling us exactly how he's doing in the real world of rideshare, ride service. When I deal with these other, I want them to say, this is how I'm doing it now, Jeff. Let people know this is a possibility. This is a reality that I'm living right now. Oh, man, no problem, TR. No problem, man. 4 private clients. This is where it starts. Those 4 are going to refer you to other people and let them know. Let them know. Say, hey, you know what? I appreciate you guys for using me and stuff like this. I really want to stay in business. Please help me stay in business. Referrals work perfectly. If you guys just refer a friend or two. If you know somebody going out to a nightclub and, you know, somebody leaving work or somebody's car just broke down and say, hey, man, if your car broke down, hit my man TR up. Oh, man, thank you so much, because I was about to take Uber, man. Now I'll hit those 4 clients can turn to 8 real fast. Those 4 can flip to 8, and those 8 can turn around to 20. And next thing you're like, bro, all I did was just talk about referrals and if they could help me out, you know what I'm saying? Help me stay in business. Can you help me stay in business? That's all. And text people, man. It's cool. Text people. Hey guys, I'm glad you guys are my client, you know, this and that. And you can even have just a blanket message. So I'm so glad that I got you to be my client, because it helps me stay in business, because we have these apps. But if there's anybody you know who you think might be a good fit for me doing a ride with, can you just send them my information? Because I just want to get this business up and running. I want to keep things running smoothly. I want to make sure I can stay in business, keep helping you out. No problem, dog. I got you, man. Actually, my cousin is in town tomorrow. She's flying in tomorrow. I was going to pick her up. How about I have you pick her up, man? Would that help you out? You never know what a simple text message might do, man. Send them text messages out there. Send them messages out there. That's how you stay in contact with people. We got to be proactive to get the business. See, with Uber and Lyft, we're reactive. They send a ping, we go. That's a reaction. They send a ping, we go convert. They send a ping, we might decline. That's all reactive. Proactive is you being in charge of your business. You sending a ping. When you send a text message, you're sending a ping to somebody. Hey, do you know anybody this weekend that might be, oh man, my cousin actually, they did say they was going to a benefit. Let me see if they got a ride. Let me hit you back in 10 minutes, man. Let me see if they got a ride. Hey, my cousin said they actually were going to try to use Uber and Lyft this weekend, man. But is there any way you can help them out? They live on this side of town. They say, you know, they need to ride there and back. You got to send the ping. Your phone messages, your pinger. It sends shit out there. Let people know, hey, man, I got an open schedule for the next 3 or 4 days. You guys are my best clients ever. Help me out, man. Help me stay in business. Help me stay in business. Yeah, that's what it is. Like a private client sale pitch. Tell the truth. Ride your app, steal and rob both passengers and the drivers. 100%. Tell the truth. The truth is going to set you free, man. The truth is going to set you free from the apps, set you free from Lyft bullshit, Uber bullshit, the theft. The truth is going to set you free. Tell your clients the truth. Let them know what's really real out there. Like my shirt says, ask me how Uber rips us off. Just ask me. Just tell the truth. Ask me how. When I walk around with this shirt on, people probably be laughing and shit, bro. Look at that shit. He said, ask me how Uber rips us off. I know Uber be ripping these drivers off. They be complaining, man. They be protesting, man. They be bro got a shirt on, man. He got a shirt saying that shit. Yeah, because I tell the truth. Ask me if you want to know how they rip us off. Just ask me how. I'll tell you. I'll tell you the truth. People already know, man. If we gonna go out there and do this, I want to help people build their business more than anything else. Because I tell folks, I may not be the best driver out there. I might not be the richest driver out there, but in your industry, in your market, with your service, how do you not know you can't pop? You don't know that. So I'm here to inspire you. Try to pop, man. Go out there and get them clients. You got to have the risk. The risk is where the reward is. Sitting around on the apps and oh no, man, you're going to be getting 30-40% of the ride, 30-40% on the offer. That's all you're going to be getting. You got to take a risk sometimes if you want that reward. You got to talk to somebody in the back seat. Hey, man, how much y'all really pay for this ride? Because I'm only getting $13 for this ride. And normally I do this ride for $25. Oh shit, we paid 43 for this. Bro, I tell you what, man, I'm gonna cancel this ride. I'm taking y'all. Well, let me cancel this and y'all just give me $30. We call it good, man. We'll just give you the whole 43, man. We had no idea you were getting ripped off like that. This shit irritates me. Cancel. Here's 50. Fuck it. Here's a tip to 50, man. Thanks. I appreciate you, bro, not telling us to get out. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to tell you to get out. I'm mad at the apps. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the apps that they would do me like that. It's like, man, all right, Mr. Kofi. And I tell folks, man, once you start going out there and you talk to your community, you let your community know what's going on. The only thing they can say is, I'm not interested. But who's not interested in having a safe driver, a private driver? Who's not interested in saving a lot of money, having the same person show up at their house over and over again? Who's not interested in that? Who wants a stranger every time they pick the phone up? Nobody's really interested in that. For the people that are, they're weirdos. If somebody told me, bro, I'm going to be your private driver, man. This is what I do. You know, I drive this Lincoln Continental. I got this nice ass Lincoln Continental right here. I'm like, well, shit, how much? It's $60. Oh, that's it? Yeah, let's go, man. Cause shit, I was gonna leave my car at the airport for like 3-4 days. $60, let's go. Fuck it. All right, bet, man, no problem. And now instead of you paying, $14, $15 a day, hoping your car didn't get smashed and grabbed at the airport, your car is parked in your garage at home. Dude took you to the airport for $60. When you get home, 60 back. Somebody smashed and grabbed your car, your deduct was $1,000. You could have paid $120 and left your car in the garage at home safe, nobody even touching it. But yet you go, no, I'm gonna save me some money. I'm driving my car to the airport. You get back, call insurance. Yeah, somebody smashed my window and my wheels are gone. I think my catalytic converter's gone. Motherfucker, damn. $1,000 deductible. I should have just paid dude $60 to take me. This is bullshit. Yeah, exactly. And that's what people don't think about. I'm always like, hey, you know what? You hope for the best, but you plan for the worst. Have a private driver. Because you're hoping for the best, but you planning for the worst. Worst things happening. You go out, you get drunk, and you try to drive your car home, and you smash your car, and somebody's either hurt or dead. That's the hope for the best, but plan for the worst. Say, I don't want that to happen to me. So we're gonna have a private driver take us tonight, because I don't feel like seeing some family going to the funeral because I want to save $50. Now somebody's going to a funeral because I done killed 2 kids, and now I'm in a wheelchair because I want to save $50. Hope for the best, but plan for the worst. Call you a private driver. Have your ride already set up. Already have your ride set up already. And that's what this channel's always been about, man. I'm always trying to help people out, no matter what. We all was in this together, man. We was in this when I was doing UberX and basic Lyft. Y'all was here holding this channel down with me, man. The more I come up, the more I'm bringing everybody with me. I'm not gonna go up and be like, oh yeah, man, I'm Black SUV now. I'm done with you guys. No. Everybody gonna move at their own pace. Everybody's moving. Maybe nobody want to buy a Black SUV. That's on y'all. Maybe you just want to say, I want to go give me a hybrid. I want to go give me a Honda Pilot hybrid. I don't want no Black SUV. I got other ideas, Jeff. Then that's the pace you moving at. More props to you. I hope you do even better with that than what you're doing now. But everybody's going to move at their same pace, doing their same thing. This channel is about development, about moving people towards a forward progression, not backwards. Rideshare is the only industry that pays you less and less with the more experience you got. I'm trying to get you paid more and more with the experience you got. And sometimes you got to step up and do some work. You got to talk to that client. You got to get business cards. You got to get up and do something. Not a lot of channels is on that, man. They go, oh, I'm going to help you understand how to drive Uber better in 2025. No, I'm trying to get you to fuck off of Uber in 2025. I want you to have your own clients in 2025. I want you to say, Jeff, I work 3 days a week. And each day I work, I'm making $300. Bro, I'm driving like maybe 400 miles and I'm making like 2,700. What the hell's going on, man? These private people are using me up. I love this shit. That's what I'm trying to get you. Even if I don't get there, but you use the system and you get there, that means we succeeded on this channel. We succeeded. We know what it's going to take to win. We know what it's going to take. Somebody's got to go out there and do it. Why not it be you? Somebody's got to go get private clients that pay good money. Why can't it be you? If you sit there and you don't talk to these people, it'll never be you. If you never get them business cards, it's never going to be you. If you want it to be you, you got to make it you. This is what we about over here, man. I'm trying to get people paid over here. It's like, man, so Uber offer 90 for now. Oh yeah, man. They offer me 20 trips, $15. I ain't doing that shit. 20 trips, $15 on Uber. I just clicked that shit and laughed. Man, Say, I started doing private rides December 2023. Changed my life. Jeff helped me change my life. I appreciate that, Daytona. Man, and that was at a time when everybody was talking smack about us. They was all talking smack about us. Oh, y'all gonna total y'all car out. You're gonna lose your house. That was 2023. We almost 2 years after that. We still making moves out here. Back then, oh yeah, y'all not gonna make it. Y'all gonna get deactivated. We still ride. I'm like, when? Look at my man Logan's there. Thought without a plan is just a hallucination. I like that. Hey, that might, hold on, man. That might be a shirt. Hold up for a second. I like that, man. A thought without a plan is just a hallucination. I like that, man. I like that. You might get a shirt in the mail, brother. You might get a shirt in the mail. I like that. A thought without a plan is just a hallucination. Motherfucker be like, yeah, no, boy, you better have a plan with this one. You over there hallucinating, motherfucker on acid, like, motherfucker in the corner. You thinking without a plan, motherfucker. What are you doing? Oh, he thinking without a plan. Motherfucker, you hallucinating. Man, that's it, man. Business cards is really the first step. Yeah. Because you need that point of contact, man. You need that point of contact. Business cards just make it seem more official. Because with business cards, it's a trust. Because people think you gave me a way to acknowledge who you are, a way to contact you, a way to confirm your existence. You gave me something of yours. You gave me a business card. Most people who are schemers and scammers and shit, they don't give you a business card. They just talk to you. Hey, man, we were just in the neighborhood and we wanted to just see if you wanted us to pull some dents out of your car. And if you wanted us to do this and do that, you guys got a business card? No, we don't have no business cards, man. We just walking around the neighborhood. No, I'm cool then. I'm cool. But if you see somebody with a business card, a flyer, a website, something I can verify, cool, I might try you out. Oh, so this is what y'all do? Yeah, man, we got a whole website. We got a whole app and everything, man. This is how we help people. We set a scheduled appointment. Oh, cool. Give me the pamphlet. Give me the business card. But people just walking around talking, oh, I do private rides, I do this and I do that. And blah. No, I need more than just talking. I need a business card. I need something tangible to hold in my hand. So when I get ready to book me a ride, I just say, hey, what? This dude gave me his business card. Look at that, man. That shit is clean. Lexus SC, whatever, this and that. Clean ass car, man, named Ryan. Now, let me call him real quick. That's the first, even if they keep it, if they don't keep the business card, the fact that you gave it to them, yeah, the passenger will take you more seriously when you give them a business card. That part right there, they're going to take you a lot more serious because it's tangible. We still live in a real world. Digital for a lot of things, and everybody's digital now, but digital is so fly by night. Digital has no smell to it. It has no feel. It has no appeal. You can't own digital. Digital is online. It's where people go. When you have your own card and you sit it on the counter and you're like, man, there's cards I would have in my wallet. Cards be so beat up. The colors and shit be changing, but that's my card. It's mine. I was sitting on the counter. There was a card I had in here yesterday. I don't even know where it is. There was a card I had yesterday of my homegirl, Mandy, and she's on Instagram. And I got her old card from back when I drove the Jeep years before I even had the BMW. I found her card in my wallet. It was all faded and everything, but I can see her on the card, her numbers and everything else. I'm like, that was a memory of the day I met them. And I had to take them to their hotel and everything like that. They gave me one of their business cards and she's on Instagram. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. It's been that long since I've had this card, that long since I know this girl, man. Let me see if I can, I'm gonna find her real quick on IG. So y'all can see who I'm, and this girl, she's a professional singer. This girl really get down, man. She get down. Hold up for a second. Let me see something real quick. Come on, thing. I hate that shit, man. All right, here we go. Wait a minute. I think this is it right here. Yep. So this is, I just found her business card in my wallet last night. Riding. This is her right here. Mandy Red, she's on a magazine cover and shit now. This girl's on a damn magazine cover now. But that's whose business card I found in my wallet last night. She's on the, what is it? The Amps magazine. And look what it says on the Amps magazine. It said, support minority-owned businesses. See that in the bottom? Support minority-owned businesses. She's a Latina, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's people like this that I meet on my journey. Let me click like on that. I got to come back and check her out later. But yeah, but she does like a lot of singing and stuff like that. Hold up, wait a minute. This is her song. Hold on. Wait a minute, that's not her song. Hold up. Let me find one of her songs. Because she's actually a singer. Where's this girl at? This is our song. So she does like music videos and stuff. That's her music video and everything right there. But yeah, I found her business card in my wallet last night. I probably still got her number. Oh, I don't think I have her number in my phone because, oh no, I actually got her phone number. Holy shit, I totally forgot because I got a new phone because I must have saved her to my chip or something. I don't know how I got her phone number in my phone. I just typed it in and her number popped up. But yeah, I found her card in my wallet last night. But I picked them up a long time ago. And people like that, man, she's somebody who definitely can get drivers to events. This lady, she's a singer, magazine covers. She's got albums out. She does a whole bunch of car shows. This girl, she's forever doing car shows. I'll show you, like, for car shows, this is what she does. Wait a minute, let me go back in here real quick. And then one of our really good friends ended up passing away because the friend she was with, like, I was on both of their channels all the time. We always gave each other words of encouragement. We was on a text chain one time, but this is what she does. She's at car shows. This is what she does at car shows all the time. So she's like a model and everything. But I'm trying to find some cars. Where's some of her cars at? We're having some badass cars though. Oh, here's a good one right here. This is her in yellow in front of a yellow car. But that right there, like I said, and I picked them up out here in Phoenix. She lives in Texas, but I picked her up here in Phoenix, her photographer and her other friend. So when I picked them all up, I was like, hey, this is what I do. Here's my card. I do private rides and everything like this. She said, well, hey, here's our card. So they gave me a card. So I was like, oh shit. So I was like, so we all became good friends. We all joined each other on Instagram. We all comment back and forth all the time. And then, like I said, her best friend, which became a friend of mine as well, ended up passing away. And, it was a huge ordeal on Instagram because these girls are models. Everybody knows them. They're stars. Everybody knows them. So when she passed away, it just it was a huge hole out of fucking Instagram. Just like a whole community, the car community, especially the lowrider community, because they're big in the lowrider community. They're big in the Mexican music community, everything like that. Just, it was crazy. It was crazy. So, oh yeah, 62 Impala. I don't know what it is, man. This girl, like I said, I'm gonna have to hit her up and see what she's been up to because I haven't been on Instagram as much as I used to be, and especially since after our friend passed away, I really didn't get on Instagram that much either. I'm telling you, man, two gorgeous girls, young girls, gorgeous girls, had a whole world ahead of them. I mean, they're on magazine covers, they're throwing shows, they doing crazy shit. And all three of us, we were on a text chain one time because we were going to do collaborative work together. We were going to do some work together. And I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. And we all were going to do, it was before I even started the podcast, we were going to do business together on something. But then when her friend got into a really bad car accident, and it just, that just changed the dynamic of how we all even related to each other. Like, we don't really talk a lot. Everything just kind of like fell apart a little bit because it was kind of traumatic. Because I mean, you take somebody like that, and it's just like they had the whole world ahead of them, and they were like two peas in a pod. Wherever you saw one, you saw the other one, always doing shit all the time. And it's like, it's just what it is. It's just what it is, man. What it is. But yeah, it was like 64 today. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. That's right, Christopher and Daytona music engineer. Private rides is the only way in 2025. Yep. If you ain't doing private rides, in 2025, we're 4 months into 2025 now. A lot of us been doing this for a few years. A lot of us are still building and getting started. Don't give up yet. Don't give up because the apps have already given up on us. Do not give up on yourself. No, you can build. It's going to take you a while to build, but be willing to do it. So we're at the 3-hour mark right now, almost 3-hour mark. So we're going to end up calling this good. And like I said, one of my live streams, I'm gonna have to reach out and talk to Mandy. I'm gonna get Mandy over here, and I'm gonna have her on one of the lives She speaks English. She also speaks Spanish. So I might have her do, I'm gonna say, answer me in English and answer me in Spanish for our Spanish speaking people. So like I said, she does Latina music and stuff like that. So I might have to get her over here on the podcast so she can chat with everybody. Next time she does a car show or something like that, I'll see when she's in Phoenix. Maybe me and her will hang out. We'll do a lunch, and I'll have a live stream at lunch with her and everything, so all her fans can say, "Oh, Mandy, I know you." But yeah, she's one of those cool people like that. Very down to earth lady. Very down to earth lady. So, oh yeah. But in the meantime, I need you guys to get out there. It's only 9:13 at night p.m. It's only April the 2nd, the day after April Fool's Day. I got to get outside, take the pool filters out, and clean them again. This is about 3 times a day. This is my 3rd time. So this is the last time I got to clean them today. So I'm going to clean them. I'm going to throw them back in there. My pool is almost clear, though. It's getting there. It's getting there. So when the new ones come in, it's going to be there a whole lot faster. This 3 times a day shit is killing me. It's like the dogs be out there barking and fighting me and everything. I'm like, oh, man, quit barking at me. Like Sika barks at me every time I'm cleaning them. He don't like that. He don't like it. So appreciate you. All right, young boy, man. Peace out, brother. Thank you once again for rocking with us the whole live stream. Young boy be out there doing it, man. Not a lot of us do it like that, man. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully tomorrow, if I can get online tomorrow, I will. I got some work I got to do. I'm going to probably have the truck out. I'm going to try to do the rear rotors and brakes on the truck. I might live stream that. No telling. I might just do it and get it out the way, but I might live stream it. I don't know. We'll see. But all right, Darius, man, you guys got that later. Thank you guys for all the super chats. I appreciate the support, man. I'm doing what I can do for us, man. Drivers, we don't get enough love out here in these streets, man. People think we are not who we are. We are business people. We are CEOs of logistics. We do our own business. If you want to work with us, you got to pay us. If you ain't, you're going to pay me. If you don't pay us, you might not be able to work with us. That's just how it really is in these streets for real. Everybody has bills to pay. Everybody got debts coming up. We need to save money. We have no insurance. We have no retirement. If you want to work with us, you got to pay us. Otherwise, we're going to go out and we're going to get paid on our own. That's just how business goes. Nothing personal across the boards. We go out there and get it. Uber and Lyft, we on y'all ass now. It's like, you're going to pay us. Yeah, get that Craigslist channel built, brother. Get it built. I'm telling you, man. And I'm really thinking about hosting a little small seminar. I'm thinking about doing that for a bunch of people, but I want to do the seminar at an area where we can actually generate business. I'll tell y'all more about it in the next few live streams, but it's an idea I got on my mind. I would like to host a seminar right here in Phoenix. There's got to be a place where we can generate business at the seminar. I want a working seminar, not a sitting and chatting seminar. I want to actually go out, generate business, generate clients, generate rides in real time at the seminar so people can make money as we learn. It's going to be a different seminar, man. It's going to be different, but I think we can get it done, man. In the meantime, you guys go out there, keep being safe. Don't drive in the curb lane. Don't forget, like Derek said, if you drive behind somebody at the stoplight, if you send to the stoplight, you have to see their tires. If you can't see their tires, I say tailpipes, but we got e-cars out there. So if you can't see their tires, you're too close. You're stopping too close. If that car was to break down, you stuck behind them in traffic. So make sure, man, we always teaching y'all little tricks of the trade on how we drive out here, man. In the meantime, y'all be good, man. I'm going to go out here and clean this pool. Here we go again. The 3rd and final time cleaning these damn